This may be our final podcast episode for the year, so we've got to do the friendship sync.
Turtle power!
Wow.
Just realized,
Yeah?
ngayon ko lang nakita yung gif na yun of Squidward saying,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
That's a classic.
Dude, that's a
friend.
classic.
I'm happy that you can always search it.
Yeah.
And like
It's in the gif.
in the future, everything is Chrome.
Yep.
Right.
That's right.
And if ever anything pops up that isn't Chrome,
They spray-
they
spray it with
yeah,
Chrome.
They spray it with Chrome.
Witness me.
SpongeBob was a good fucking show.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it was.
Until
Not anymore.
not anymore, yes.
Not until the clones attacked.
The movie looks good. The new movie.
The one with Keanu Reeves in it?
Yeah.
I like the animation style.
Yeah,
I like the
Which is-
previous movie
I haven't
because
seen
I
it.
didn't.
I haven't seen the second. Yung first I've seen it.
because no, Matt Berry was there.
Really?
He was
Oh.
the space
It was
dolphin.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Hasselhoff was there. David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
This is the one where they went to the
Live
the
action.
land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
became
real
CGI
world.
superheroes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one where David Hasselhoff functions as a speedboat.
Yep.
And he clenches them in between his pecs.
Yep. It's pretty great.
Speaking of David Hasselhoff specs. No, I said it right there.
Specs? Who's hosting?
Welcome.
Raffy?
Yeah. Welcome to the Good Trades Podcast, the show where we punch each other with stories and everyone takes damage.
And we keep each other in our pecs.
That's true. That's where it's
That's
most
where,
important.
That's where you belong.
yeah.
That's where your friends belong.
In your pecs.
In your pecs.
Yeah.
The pecs we made along the way. I am your host, Raffy Muscle with the Hustle. No, or more importantly, Martin Patino from Will Work for Days. Little inside joke. But yes, I am back, and I am with these fine boys today. Blessed by the presence of all the trades members before
And-
we go into the Christmas break.
And the Chips Ahoy that's
While they all
gonna fuck up our mic setup.
Yep. While they all try to fix our setup from me making too much sound with my hands because I fidget, the one who fixed the setup first was Emile Tanglao, Fishmaster Podcaster.
Hello, I moved the Gears of War 6 5
Is it 5?
Chips Ahoy
Right.
free in-game content exclusive. I'm Emile.
You got there.
What do you think the Chips Ahoy Gears of War 5 in-game content is?
Dude, I don't know. There's just a picture of a Gears man.
Do you... Yeah.
Gears,
That-
man.
that's,
Gears,
that's
man.
probably Marcus Phoenix, right? 'Cause
It's not.
That's the
No,
Gears
it's
man.
not. It's not.
It's not?
It's not.
It is.
Okay.
Is it?
It's
not.
Marcus.
It's not.
He doesn't look like Batista anymore.
That's not Marcos.
That wasn't official.
Yeah, that wasn't official. He just wanted us to
You-
believe I'm Marcus Phoenix. Give me what I want.
You know who is Marcus Phoenix, though?
Bender.
No, it's you, Miguel Samson. What's up, hey, baby? Hey! Razor Rail. Is that your go-to Marcus Phoenix
That's my
quote?
Bender.
Oh,
I'm trying to do a Bender. I'm
John-
trying to do a Bender impersonator. Hi, you guys.
You gotta work on your bender.
Yeah.
You're John DiMaggio.
And rounding out the bunch, rounding out the bunch is Miguel Mendoza. Oh yes,
That's his piss.
you're now a Jedi, man. I congratulations, my friend.
Ah, yes.
Only this season. Only this month. Or this month.
Only whenever
Does-
Star Wars comes
Yeah.
out in December.
Every year.
Does the subscription to the Jedi
Yeah.
play model expire?
I stopped defending the peace
Oh.
after Christmas.
Every 100 subscribers, Migoy turns into a Jedi.
And I
At
materialized.
200, you become Sith.
At 1,000 subscribers, we'll have our very own Miguel Mendoza Force Ghost.
Oh no.
He'll call down lightning at your house.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe at 500,000 we can have a baby Migoy.
Burn the books, Luke.
Burn the books.
The Holy Scriptures.
Baby Migoy sounds super dope. You could carry him around in your little ship.
Give him a
you're like-
ball.
Yeah.
A round metal fidget spinner.
And he keeps like playing with your radio.
Yeah, he goes to the storage room and like gets the spare parts and tries to make gunpla.
I'll sabotage your ship while looking at you.
All right, boys. I've been gone for last week and a few I've been
It's around 2 weeks.
I've been so out of commission for so long.
Yeah, but
What-
with good reason.
Yeah, I was covering up the Sea Games from happening. Yeah.
Preventing any news from
Yes.
escaping.
The reverse of what I was really doing.
Where would we be without Raffy?
Yeah.
And Martin.
my conspiracies.
The real ocean master.
No wonder you changed your name.
Yeah. And what was okay? So for context, what a huge meme fest Sea Games esports event was actually. To be honest,
Really?
it started off with me getting my ID, my very coveted Sea Games ID, but with my name fucked up. Like it says Martin
It's not
Patino.
even fucked up. It's not your name.
It's not my name. It's not my name. No. Everything about it is wrong. It's like the more you read, it's wrong.
Really?
Yeah. It's like one of those things. It's the Star Wars.
May the force be with you, but with the spot.
Yeah.
with
Live
the
long
Vulcan.
and prosper be with you. Something like that. Because it says Martin. It's my face, and then Martin Patino, and then host, broadcaster, and then technician. And
Wait, that
doesn't make sense.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
While you're hosting the show.
Yeah.
So that means you could have gone anywhere.
That's true.
You had that much power.
Yes, I was everywhere. I was covering everywhere. But how are you boys? How did your weeks go?
Oh, weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Just the one.
I've heard of those.
What's the take? Goddammit.
What's the-
I mean,
Oh, there you go.
if I'm gonna start,
Yes.
I can only talk about one thing, and it's something that we've shared
Okay.
for the most month. I
Yeah.
mean,
For the most month.
most of the month, we've been watching The Watchmen.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Because you here.
Do we do it now?
You here now.
Yeah, we
What
do it
about
now.
this man?
No,
the
it's
Emile?
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's too late for him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too late for me.
It's a lost cause.
Victory has defeated you.
It's already 1985.
Yeah, it's already been 30 minutes ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
Watchmen.
Dude, so good.
Are we going to
Yeah.
watch
I
it
mean-
again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go watch, man.
All right. So we saved this because we had to talk it with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're
Yeah.
one of the dudes who was marking out as the show was going.
Yes,
right?
true. Yes.
And then we can't talk about it with Emile because he doesn't know anything about it.
No, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he knows the source material.
Yeah.
But not the show.
Not the show itself.
The
Okay.
show is completely new.
I
It
got
takes place after.
Can someone give me context? What is this show?
Okay. So the show takes place in current day.
Current day.
Yeah.
Like,
After the
2019,
events.
Not 1985.
okay. I was about to say
What?
1980.
Back to the Future.
I know.
I don't perceive time as you do. This is when we learn Emile is Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. Oh. New
Um,
title.
No wonder you cover your forehead.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
The
God.
symbol is
symbol.
right there.
Oh my god, it's true. But yes, it's current day, but in the Watchmen universe. So all the events that have happened.
Okay.
And this is the logical like approximation of what the world became after all that stuff happened. So the Squid happened.
Yeah. They based
Wait,
they
the
based
Squid?
the show
Squid.
on
Yeah,
the
the
comic
Squid.
book,
Comic
not
based
on
on
the
the
movie.
comics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right.
No, because like I love the Watchmen movie, but
Yeah.
like for me, like it not being the giant vagina squid monster
Right,
is
right.
like just
Yeah. But I can also see in the movie why it made more sense to do it that way. Like because Manhattan is a big thing that's stuck out
Yeah.
in the universe. Like
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
it makes sense to fear him, I guess. But like it's still not as accurate as the comics. The comics was I don't know. What do you guys prefer?
I'm a
No.
Squid guy.
You're a Squid guy?
Squid
Yeah.
guy, the squid is cool. Squid guy. The squid is cooler, but like in the context of how in the context of how short the movie is in relation to the book,
Yeah,
just having a squid show up out of nowhere would be
that's right.
very random.
That is
And
right.
plus, they did do the whole like, oh, Manhattan is all nuclear.
Yeah.
So having it just be like a fake nuke bomb
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
made easier sense. Plus, it was at the era where nuclear warfare was like
Yeah,
the thing of
yeah,
World War II.
I'm a squid guy, but like what?
John.
That sentence,
I couldn't move.
dude. Like I'm a fan of the squid
Yeah.
vagina monster tentacle thing.
Yeah,
But in order to make it work for the movie, they
Yeah.
would have had to have a subplot of artists,
Right.
scientists,
Yeah,
right, right.
and random
Psychics.
people
Yeah.
disappearing
Right.
in
They
order to
didn't-
construct this thing.
They didn't show that in the movie.
No, yeah,
None of that.
absolutely. But I really think the atom bomb fear
Yeah.
was like it was very apt for the time.
Yeah.
It was an elegant solution to be more cohesive.
It was
The
more-
doomsday clock moves 1 more minute to midnight.
It was
Yeah,
it was more
Defcon.
relatable actually. It was more relatable.
Hideo
to-
Kojima is afraid of nukes.
Dude, he is.
Yeah. And like I liked in the series that they actually do show the squid
Yeah.
for the first time.
They show many
it
squids.
in
Really?
live
Uh-oh.
action. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Well,
it's so good.
I wouldn't. Well, it's not a prop, right?
It's not a prop.
It's a CG
It's a
thing.
huge CG thing. So
okay.
the way they reveal it also, like, we're going full spoilers, like we don't care.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, I
Go
mean?
for it. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
The way they reveal it was like a
It was
character emerges from like a fun house, like a mirror,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a mirror fun house, and then he mimics the panel of the comic wherein like it's instead of the squid. If you can see the panel in your head, like
Yeah.
it instead of the squid front and center, it's a clown, right? And all the dead bodies in front of it, so it's facing you straight up. All the dead bodies in front of it. So I thought like this was what they were gonna do to show the actual carnage of the day, right? Without actually showing the squid.
squid,
They just
yeah.
mirrored the shot.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was what they were gonna do, right?
But-
then they zoom out. They zoom out from because that scene takes place in like New Jersey,
Yeah.
and it zooms out to show Manhattan, and you start to see like bodies on the streets,
Yeah,
and then suddenly one
tentacles.
giant tentacle, and then it zooms out to show the full
The
squid.
full city.
Yeah.
Does it have the vagina mouth?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Fuck yeah,
Giant
Yeah,
meat
yeah.
squid.
Yeah.
It's so good. What a good reveal. I was marking out. That episode was really good.
Yeah.
Also, like in the beginning of the show, the confirmation that it's following the comics is it rains mini squids
Right.
like every now and then.
that first episode was like you just kept repeatedly asking yourself like what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like
What is this world?
was really-
is it actually like a
weird.
continuation of Watchmen, like the
Right.
comics, or
Yeah.
like does it follow the comic or the movie? Then it rains squids and like
Yeah.
oh
Cloverfield,
Okay.
of course.
I actually I didn't get it that early yet. Like I didn't know, like maybe I didn't know what it meant. Like it was just raining squids and
Yeah.
that the
Oh,
people
what does this mean?
yeah. And the people just treat it like regular rain. There's just
Yeah.
an air raid siren and people know to pull over and then
Stop,
fuck
right.
squids again and
and then they fucking just
yeah.
wipe it off.
And they just wipe it off.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's
okay.
it's such a part of their culture now. But then as we progress through the series, it's like this is the way of
Wait, so the squid is still there?
No, there's a reason
It,
why.
it was explained in the later episode.
Okay.
But then this is what I think the government or how people was how the people wanted to keep up the facade that there's an alien invasion impending still. So they just make it rain squids all the time.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
like remember this thing is happening.
Remember, work
Yeah.
together or else the squids
They'll ink
will
you.
grow up.
And
You're a kid now.
no one must
You're
know.
a squid now.
Yes, this is the sequel to
Yes,
Splatoon.
this is the Splatoon
This is
cinematic
what
universe.
what Splatoon was before.
Oh yeah, and like the Splatoon universe is actually set in the post-apocalyptic time where squids
shit.
rule the world.
Yeah, after the race war.
Yes, after the race war.
Oof.
Speaking of race
Yeah.
war, that first
Speaking of
episode,
race war,
Yes.
the first episode of HBO's Watchmen
Was a
opened
race
up
war?
with
Yep.
the Black
That's about
Wall
it.
Street massacre in
Yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep.
Yep,
It
yep.
was really like it was such an intense first 5 or 10 minutes of the
fucking
show.
scary.
It was a good intro,
super
and it
scary.
set up the tone that this is kind of racially charged. That this show has some sort of,
Right.
racial and political themes going on when it comes to the main story.
Right. And I looked it up. Real
It's
thing.
yeah, it's real.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, but
I did
they
not
explain, they give it a different reason in this universe, right?
know. What is the reason?
In the show,
Yeah. I mean,
the hypnosis.
yeah, for sure.
Oh
Because in
Like-
real life, it was the accused sexual harassment of a black guy to
Yeah.
a female, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But like, the whole series begins with that, with the Tulsa race massacre instead of riot. I felt like it was so harrowing because like they were killing black people in the streets while all the white people were just standing about.
Yeah.
They were just checking on their piano or like they were in their
It's a
shops.
regular
like,
work day.
they weren't fearing any violence at all. Yeah, so the whole series itself also deals with that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like race prejudice, like it's
Yeah. Because in 2019, police were required to wear masks in order to conceal their identity.
Right.
Because there was an event called the White Night where the police itself were targeted by this group called the Seventh Cavalry.
Right. Where they were
Which-
attacked in their homes.
Yeah.
At night at the same time.
Okay.
And this group was actually some radical movement that were following Rorschach's journals.
Okay. Okay.
Because during the comic,
It got released
It
in
got
the
released
press.
in the press.
Right.
There's
They're
your
basically
newsstand
the Klan.
reference.
There's my newsstand. There's my
Yeah.
newsstand.
They're basically the Klan, right?
Yeah,
With
basically.
just the Rorschach, and that was one of the most like controversial parts of the early when the few episodes aired. The first few episodes were airing.
Yeah,
Like, why did they turn Rorschach racist?
yeah.
And
Why
then-
did they become the villain? Or why?
So,
I don't know.
Why are they wearing the masks?
Yeah,
why are
like
they
those
wearing
masks
the masks?
specifically?
Yeah. But like, here's the newsflash: Rorschach wasn't a very good character.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's a
If
good
you look at
character,
him,
but he's not a good person.
He's not a
Yeah.
good person.
He's not.
If you look at his
Mhm.
if
He's an
you look back,
anti-hero.
yeah, and like
He
he's
stole
also,
those beans.
And what a
Human
bean
beings,
bitch.
What a
Yeah, dude. What
Yeah.
a bean thief.
No, also massive homophobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not sex positive.
Yeah.
Like there's a line in the old movie in the comics that they keep in the movie that's like he was shaming
Hooded Justice?
no, not Hooded Justice, the lady Silhouette, the lesbian
Oh,
lady.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, right,
Yes,
right, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who died, and he said like, oh, died in her bed, a victim of her own vicious lifestyle or something.
Jesus
Oh, okay,
Christ.
damn, Rorschach, your friend just died, and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't feel like that was much. I wasn't super offended by it. Like I didn't think it. I didn't think about it like that. And it's also what like the bad people in society do. They take your icons and they corrupt them and they co-opt them.
That was
into
the
their
whole
cause.
thing of Watchmen, right? The major appeal was twisted superheroes.
Right. So it's a lot to take in, isn't it? Like I'm struggling to try to find a way to explain.
Well, I mean, they introduce like the show has to start on somewhere, so they introduce new characters because
Modern times.
the original Watchmen was set in what 1980s.
Yeah.
So they need fresh new superheroes to kind of lead on the story.
Because, the characters are either dead or old.
So yeah, we were introduced to the female protagonist. What's that? Sister Knight.
Sister Knight.
What's
Yeah.
her name?
Sister Knight.
That's her character.
Knight.
Angela
Yeah.
Abor.
Angela.
Angela.
Abor.
Yeah, who was a police officer / vigilante, and of course we were introduced to other masked vigilantes as well. Like who's that guy? Who's that
The
bird
Russian
guy?
dude.
The red
The
Red
red,
Mask?
the red man, the red death.
I
Is it?
think. What was it? Yeah. No,
I call him
the-
Burger Dude.
No, the Red Scare.
The
Oh,
Red
the Red
Scare.
Scare. And the Red
Yes.
Scare is he's just basically a Russian man with a red ski mask
Yeah.
Very
He wears a
good.
red
and
tracksuit.
guns. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Oh God, that's.
Who I really like is Red
Very
Scare's
Russian.
partner, Pirate Jenny.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Pirate
Gosh,
Jenny.
she's so
That
cool.
guy's cool.
But she barely gets any screen
She
time.
barely looks like a pirate.
Yeah, I agree
guess
with
so.
that.
She's got the bandana and the thing.
Oh yeah,
It's better.
yeah, she got a banana.
She doesn't
And then
have-
We have
My favorite fucking character.
Rorschach.
Stop slamming the banana on the table,
My bad.
please.
I'm sorry.
Looking glass.
Banana noises, looking glass.
Yeah.
Chrome
Gee.
face.
Dude,
Chrome face,
he's basically the
Mirror
new
Man.
Rorschach.
Okay.
So, his mask is like
Reflect. It has
Super
a reflective
reflective silver.
texture.
reflecty
Thing.
material.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
So he's a detective.
yeah,
He doesn't fight that
He doesn't
much.
fight.
Doesn't fight.
Or
He doesn't fight.
it doesn't show.
he doesn't shoot.
But why it's reflective? He has this
Yeah,
like gadget or gizmo, like a large
A room.
room
yeah,
where he interrogates suspects.
Okay.
And what it does is that
Yeah.
he turns on the machine,
yeah.
and then the room's surrounded by screens.
By images.
So he has
basically.
this like a flash of images
Yeah.
that also reflects in his mask. So
Yeah.
it looks like an
Yeah, it
ink
looks
block
like
test.
a Rorschach.
It
Yeah,
looks-
it
it
looks
looks
like
like
a
a-
Rorschach mask.
Looks like
Okay.
a Rorschach mask. So that's his way to actually like
He gets you to tell
identify
the
if-
truth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
He
You
feel
can,
like
you can tell if you're
lying.
lying.
He can tell all the ticks in your body while you're distracted with the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Like so, I super like him.
It's
He's-
pretty cool.
and there's a whole episode dedicated to him. So
There's also a reason why he wears the mask because it's made of a particular thing, right?
right.
Because-
to fend off the psionic waves.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
like he's the one who is in the flashback episode
Okay.
where
When
the
you
squid
To
attack.
see the squid.
You
Because
follow
he
got out
was,
of
he was
the
in
funhouse.
New York. It's revealed that he was in New York the night the squid
happened.
Yeah.
squid apocalypse.
And he goes through a pretty tragic segment where
Squid-ridden.
he gets tricked to go into the
To the funhouse.
Oh,
thing.
God, right.
Funhouse. Yeah.
And then as he walks out, after the thing happens, just a bunch of dead people
Yeah.
on the street.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that episode, I thought that
I view that.
it was his doing that. Oh, this is his powers. He's a psychic, and then the reveal about the Squidgeddon
Yeah.
happened.
Squid Get
and
from the
there-
makers of Sharknado
and
Squid Get
Apocalypse.
yeah,
Oh.
Squid Apocalypse. But yeah, other than that, there are returning characters in the show,
Yeah,
Ooh,
dude.
yes.
and a few returning characters like Jeremy Irons. It was obvious he was a reinvite.
yeah. Really?
But
I didn't
before
know.
I couldn't tell.
I
he was what's this? The Lord of the Castle or something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
he was in the credits. But yeah, Adrian Veidt was there.
Adrian Veidt, aka Ozymandias.
He was
Yeah,
still
yeah.
alive.
Cool.
The best returning character though is Laurie.
Yeah, Laurie's
Silk
back.
Spectre
She-
2.
Silk Spectre 2.
Huh, okay.
She's way better than any of her
She's
incarnations.
super cool, yeah.
She's so cool.
She's using the comedian's surname in this
Ooh,
show,
yeah,
so it's
okay.
Laurie Blake
Laurie
now.
Blake now.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she's an
And
FBI
she's an
agent.
FBI
Yeah.
agent.
Didn't
And she's
didn't
all like
they
super cool.
mention she also changed her superhero name
I might have
sometime?
missed it.
Like she was the comedian or something.
Really?
don't know.
I
I
didn't.
probably
I didn't
missed
catch
it.
that. I didn't catch that part.
It's probably just a thing that the internet people call them or
Maybe.
call her.
Mhm.
But yeah, she was an FBI agent tracking supers or mass
Yeah.
vigilantes.
Yep.
She's against vigilantism.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how Silk Spectre 2 was nothing in any of the incarnations.
Yeah.
She's just the lady.
Mhm.
In
the comic
Watchmen
and
the
in the
series,
movie?
she's the best.
Yeah.
She's
She-
pretty badass for an
she's-
old lady.
Yeah. And I like the way how she kind of just knows everything about you.
Pretty
And-
much,
and
because she's seen it all.
And
Yeah.
she's more of like she'll get in your face and say that, you know, this, and she's gonna be implying something
Yeah.
that she already knows, and then it's
She just
so
wants to get it out of you.
intimidating.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The whole no guns at the funeral, but only she has
She
the
had the
guns.
gun. What the fuck?
What were the key, big reveals?
Well,
Hooded Justice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hooded
that was the
Justice
one.
is a huge one.
You remember who the Justice, Emile?
Kind of, but not really.
Yeah, but he's the dude with the really boring costume of a big dumb hood
yes,
Yeah.
the one
and
with
the
the
cape
noose.
and the noose.
Yeah,
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 so
okay. The
That's a
noose.
huge reveal.
Yeah.
this is the best way anyone has ever not retcon, but because he didn't have a proper backstory beforehand,
yeah,
so they
yeah.
gave him one,
Okay.
and it's probably the most out there that it's ever been.
Why does he wear a noose?
No,
Nooseman?
here's the
It's
thing.
not just a news.
They explain that,
There's so much.
but you think he's white, right?
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Not anymore, at least.
Interesting.
It's white makeup.
Oh.
He does the reverse,
Yeah.
Oh, he does
oil
white
face.
face.
One
Yeah.
white
He
face.
white faced.
White face, huh?
It's so great.
Because
So-
if it's like instilling fear now, they won't. If they know you're black, they won't report about it in the news or whatever. Or part of
Right. Oh,
I
they'll
thought-
think it's just like crime.
Okay.
So it has to be from one of them.
Oh, okay.
So pretend to be like a white guy, then he does the crime. He
Oh.
stops the crimes.
Yeah, because he was active right at the height of racism.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like a Dave Chappelle situation.
No. You're not wrong.
I mean,
Blackzilla.
oh god.
Yeah, I know.
White power.
Because he was also a cop.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he
Before
tried.
Hooded Justice, he was
He was just a normal
he
cop.
was a normal cop.
Yeah. So he was a normal cop, and then it turns out on his while he's doing his stuff on the force, he gets targeted by white supremacists and
Yeah.
actual cops who are allied with the Klan.
Okay.
Which
And
was
then-
called the Cyclops.
With the Cyclops. I don't want to do it. This is
Yeah.
racist.
I mean, you can't even.
yeah,
see
that's
it,
true.
so.
I didn't do it.
It's the reverse meme where you make your
Yeah.
hand into a
And
ring.
then-
Now they can
This
punch
guy
your
did.
face. if you
So
do that.
to answer your question, one, he wears the noose because he was lynched. He was
Yeah.
almost lynched by
He
the
almost
cops.
By the
died
same
by
cops.
lynching.
And then on the same night that he was lynched and let go, he kept the noose that he was about to get lynched with. Right?
Yeah, and the hood is supposed to be the bag that covers his face.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then he starts fighting crime with
Yeah,
it.
and on the way home after that, right,
Right.
after he breaks out, he sees like a couple getting mugged.
Mm-hmm.
He just beats up the guy,
Okay.
and then the couple's like, "Oh, thank you, sir." And then the superhero justice spark it gets ignited.
Yeah. And his quirk becomes.
His white makeup.
Yeah. He starts planeswalking.
Okay, damn it! I was gonna say that.
to Kaladesh. Huge
Hooded
reveal.
Justice was born out of that tragedy, and
The first masked vigilante.
is black.
And that episode was so cool. Like
It was really good.
Everything about it. It was all in
Yeah.
black and white.
How it was presented and how it was revealed actually,
Right.
because it was not a totally origin story. It was from the certain characters' memories, because there's this substance called nostalgia,
Right.
which actually
Memory
if you take one, it will relive memories of the one that was prescribed
It's
by
supposed
it.
to be yours, right?
It's supposed to be yours,
Your
but
memories.
this certain character took in someone else's, and it was revealed that it was Hooded Justice memories.
Which
that-
also happened to be her grandfather, and the one who drank it, just to be clear, is Sister Knight.
Oh,
Because we didn't mention
Jesus.
that.
Yeah. There's this one moment because like it's revealed that it's so convoluted to talk about. There's so many. Like there's so much, right? It's
Also,
8
we're not
episodes,
talking
and we're trying
through
to-
this like as it went on.
Yeah.
Right,
We're
right,
jumping
yeah.
around.
We're
Which
just
is fine.
throwing out bits.
that means that people are gonna be confused when they're gonna listen to this.
Yeah, it's like JoJo.
So it doesn't
Is
matter.
confusion good?
Yeah, I mean,
No, dude, the way I'm following it right now, I could still watch it
Yeah, you
fresh.
should
yeah. See, that's the important thing, that you can still enjoy it while we
Okay.
still spoil it
Uh-huh.
for you guys.
Oh, back to that episode about the Hooded Justice's backstory. Like it's all in black and white, right?
Right.
At the beginning of the episode, they even tell you that they give you a warning about like horrible imagery.
Yeah,
Right,
because
right,
they're doing the
right.
Pokemon thing. The
no, there's
the
different.
Porygon, oh, the flashing lights. Children are gonna go
I
blind.
don't think
Yeah,
that was it. It was
yeah, it
about
was different.
all.
It is.
It was all about the racism
Yeah.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
lynching.
No, because they actually tell the audience that beware, because there are flashing lights involved in
I
this
remember
episode.
that bit. Yeah.
Because in the
Yeah.
end, because there are a lot of
Yeah, but like the
Cyclops
beginning of the
thing.
episode does have the traumatic imagery.
Mhm.
warning.
Oh, yeah.
There's also
one
that.
also.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
So-
Pikachu.
And
But
yet,
yeah, one thing that I like actually about the
oh,
show
yeah?
is the music.
Music's
Because
good.
it
Music
was produced by Trent Reznor and his usual partner when producing music on the Social Network and all that, on all the
Ooh.
movies that he's involved with, right? Like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I think he's also
I
involved
haven't
with
seen
that
that.
one. So, man, the musical score I can really appreciate, especially on the first episode when they try to introduce Sister Knight. The music that played there, the track, good lord, that was so good. Like the
that was some Knight Rider bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Right,
the
right,
overall sequence for that, like
As she suits
Angela
up.
going to going inside the bakery,
Yeah.
then going to the secret room, then suiting up,
Emile is so confused.
and then
I'm very confused.
Episode one. Episode one.
episode 1, and then going to the car, and then with this vaporware thing playing in the background.
Like,
It's so good.
Yeah, yeah. It's Mitch Murders type shit.
Yeah.
Imagine Batman suiting up.
Yeah,
But it's Sister Knight, like grabbing guns off a rack,
Yeah.
putting on a black suit, then grabbing some rosary beads.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
get on this.
And
It
yeah,
sounds sick as
it's
fuck.
big.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like Sister Knight
Paints the
as a
dark in her
character is
eyes.
so cool.
What a badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so badass. I like it. I like this. I like the
Sister
new
Knight is
characters
great.
more actually than the previous
old ones.
characters.
Me too.
Yeah, because Night Owl is
Night Owl
shit.
was nothing. We tried watching the old Watchmen movie.
Yeah, it's
and then
nothing.
What a
Night Owl
loser.
was nothing.
Yeah, I think
he
the-
couldn't get it up unless he was doing
Yeah.
superhero shit.
The most competent one in the old group was Ozymandias.
no, in Rorschach.
And
I'd say
I
Rorschach
guess so.
also.
Kinda, yeah.
But yeah, compared to the the new generation of heroes,
They're also good.
I mean, they're really good.
Like
They're more likable. for me
Looking
than
Glass.
compared
Looking
to
Glass.
yeah,
Looking
but-
Glass is
Good.
great.
Yeah.
I really
I
like
love
Looking
it.
Glass.
That big reveal when you start realizing that it looks like an ink blot test on his face. It's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're just full on going into the convoluted stuff. So here, remember in this most recent episode?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So there's a
We
big-
can go with the last recent episode.
So there's a big reveal. The big thing. There's a big mystery from the start of the first episode that like the chief of police gets killed
Yeah.
by. It was revealed that he was killed by Who the Justice, which was Angela Abar's grandfather, right?
Who is a crippled old man in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
a big
So
mystery
how?
is how he did that.
Yep. Are we gonna spoil
Um,
that? No, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The main thing was, and
Like, why did he kill the chief of police?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then this is also the episode where they finally show Dr. Manhattan. Like he shows up, and then apparently since Dr. Manhattan, they did something that
Yeah.
is really smart because when Dr. Manhattan met up with Angela Abar and his grandfather, that means they can talk to each other because Manhattan
Is the link.
experiences
Time difference.
Time
time
at the same-
time, right? So they did this cool thing wherein Angela kind of talks through Manhattan to her
To ask questions
to
of
ask
her
questions to her
grandfather in the past.
Yeah.
That's a really good use of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Right? That's never been done.
That's
Like I never
smart.
thought of
Right.
that.
That's
Yeah.
smart. That's super smart. That's some arrival bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's
It's
exactly
so cool.
that.
And it created a paradox.
So they did that. So Angela goes, so could you ask my grandfather something if you're talking to him right now?
Yes.
How did he know? Yes.
I like how you did the voice too.
Could you ask him why did he kill Judd Crawford and how did he know he was part of the 7th Cavalry?
Yeah.
And then he asked that. And then the grandfather just goes, who?
Oh,
Basically.
okay.
So
okay.
that's where he gets the idea to
Yeah.
kill it. So it creates the paradox.
Okay.
So
And
the
then when-
reason why is because of Angela.
So it's
You
like
fucked up.
it's
Yeah.
kind of
You
like
fucked up.
it's kind of like the Song of Storms in Zelda
What?
Ocarina of Time.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, where
yeah.
because you learn a song in Ocarina of Time is time travel between Kid Link and Adult Link, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So you get an ability where you can teleport, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
Song of Storms. You make a tornado, brings you around.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you learn that song in Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, you basically go to this windmill guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, "Yo, like I have this song. It's been stuck in my head. Fuck whoever taught it to me. Blah blah blah." And
This
like,
is in the future as
Yeah.
Adult Link.
Gotcha.
in the future, you go to that guy, and he's like, "Fuck, this song has been stuck in my head for years. It's ruined my life. Here, take it. It's yours."
Okay.
And then
Just hear the song.
and then you go to the past. You go to the same fucking windmill, and there's this guy, and he's like, "Yo, what's
the
up?"
same guy.
It's the same
Yeah.
guy, but he's younger and shit.
Oh.
And then Link's like, "Yo, here's a song. I'm gonna teach you."
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right. That type of paradox. We remembered something else though.
What?
I just turn to Denise and I just say, "Fuck, it's dark again." Denise, this is just dark again with the
Oh.
paradoxes.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix is dark. Remember
shit.
when someone's grandfather is their son?
Yeah.
Some shit.
Yeah.
And I just immediately covered the laptop and it's like, no, we gotta get out of here. It's found a way to haunt us again.
But it was done better, I guess.
I guess so, but like we were in a mood wherein we were
Yeah,
watching
we're
Dark
done
and it
with
was
this
so
bullshit.
stressful. I thought we were done with it, like keeping track of all the paradoxes.
But no,
then,
isn't
yeah.
that like the normal time travel joke?
Is it?
Yeah, because like even before Back to the Future, this like don't fuck anyone in the past because that ends up being your mom.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It's something like that.
But in Dark, they really did it. Like it really happens. His father was his son, and then
like just how?
Why are you Calvin Klein?
I need to get on that.
Yeah.
Do you
Dark.
know? I swear to God.
I need to know now.
No.
It
Don't
is
waste
work,
your time
dude.
with it,
It is
maybe.
work. You weren't here when I was talking about Dark.
What? Really?
No.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Oh,
it was just the
no.
three of us.
Oh, okay.
So-
Wala pa tayong
Oh,
100
that's
subs na.
It was like it was that like
no.
they take all the time travel rules that established through like popular culture
Right.
and then they all break it. They all just pay no attention to it. Like people just fuck people in the past. Like people get stuck.
Look at that
there.
butterfly. Let's kill it.
It's yeah. Murder is fucking ass. Yeah, and it's a lot of work to watch because like you gotta keep track through timelines, and then through
I don't know,
timelines
man.
there are whole family trees.
This sounds like fun.
Oh God, sige, you try.
I need to see it
Yeah,
from.
you
I need
try.
to know, man.
Okay, sure.
it a
go,
shot.
Go for it. Go for it. It's
I'll bring
it's
a notebook.
Netflix. Yeah, you have to have like an illustration board of family trees
Yeah.
through the years.
You need
and
pins, you need
I'm
yarn.
gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Charlie from that.
Yeah, for always,
Always Sunny.
Sunny.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, get on it. It's on Netflix.
I'm
It's,
gonna buy
it's
an
German.
illustration board, some red yarn.
Corkboard.
And
Just
meet
to be
me in
sure.
the past.
Come on, coffee.
Yes. So okay. Watchmen.
So, how do you feel about Doctor Manhattan being Calvin?
At first, I was like,
no, Raffy. Let me rephrase that question. How do you feel about Doctor Manhattan being the Black Manta?
I am so lost.
he's so lost.
I am so
It's like
lost.
it's not a spoiler cast.
It's not. It's not.
grown
It's just
up.
random facts.
Yeah, it's just random facts. So, how do you feel about being the guy from Black Mirror?
Grown up
It's-
Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
Who's-
he
what's his character
defeated
in
the
Black Mirror?
striking
What-
vipers and
Is it Calvin Rinba or
Can't remember.
is online or something? I forgot.
the way that I dealt with that shit
Because-
was like, oh, they're posing the question. Manhattan can be a person, and he's someone on Earth.
He's
And
not
then-
on Mars.
Because
then-
it was early depicted that Manhattan's just staying in Mars.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess he escapes to Mars at the end of Watchmen.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like fuck humanity.
Yeah.
They're all stupid.
And I'm like, who could it be? So I thought of the worst, like most underdeveloped character, the person you'd least suspect.
So
and I
who's your
go to
first
Denise and
guess?
say, "Baka si Cal." And then I was right.
Super
You know
got
what?
it.
The first person I thought
Yeah?
Doctor Manhattan was the kid.
Kid.
Which kid?
The one who was the long-haired boy.
Long-haired boy.
Because he
Ah,
was
okay.
showing some sort of weird shit.
That's cool,
during
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
few
I
episodes.
don't remember this child.
Angela's kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
the adopted one.
One of the adopted
Yeah,
children.
one of
boy,
the
yeah.
adopted one. And man,
The smart one.
as I'm trying to
Mature
like
one.
revisit some of the clips on the old episodes, they were planting the seeds
Really?
like, on
Really? I
didn't
episode
feel
one.
it.
Yeah, because I was talking to Raffy earlier, and like
Right.
I couldn't see it coming.
Yeah.
There was no breadcrumbs.
There was this conversation between Cal and his kids
Yeah.
about Jesus,
Okay.
and he's just
Oh.
reiterating something about being a god and how
I don't
this,
remember.
that's a, it's a
Oh.
conversation.
Yeah.
And
On the
then-
dinner table.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
dinner
okay.
table. And then there's this scene in the funeral where fucking Blake was just eyeing Calvin
There's
for
that.
the most part.
I remember that.
Like, and Calvin saying, "Do I know you?"
right.
He's just giving this vibe off of
Yeah.
Glory.
Whoa.
I do remember something else when Angela and Laurie were in the car, and then their conversation was, Laurie was telling Angela about her ex, right? Which
Yeah.
means it's Manhattan, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
telling him that, oh, my ex was all into thermodynamic miracles and blah 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 blah. And and she says, but he's no Cal. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're really planting the seeds.
That was a weird
There was
conversation.
so many
Very-
little bits, but
yeah.
like
Okay.
at the
Very
moment you
subtle
didn't put
seeds.
anything into it.
Yeah.
Because we're watching it a week apart.
Yeah.
Each episode a week apart.
Man,
I am not absorbing any of this.
Good. That's good. Because you're the phone.
Wow.
Non-spoiler cast.
No,
But
yeah.
yeah,
It's non-spoiler
it's so
spoiler
fun.
cast.
It's good to
Spoiler,
actually
spoiler,
watch a show without binge watching it and just getting
Right, actually.
getting
yeah.
fed
That
week
means
after week.
that means that it's structured
it's-
good
yeah,
because
it's
you're still
structured
getting
good.
hooked by different things.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
I do feel like some episodes are weaker than other ones. Like
Yeah. I'd say.
clearly, like by a lot. Like I found myself like really bored of some episodes, especially with ones centered on True and everything that's happening with her. Like I felt it was
yeah.
so weak and non-interesting. But the ones that stuck out, the ones that really like stoked my flame of interest was like the ones that focused on Angela, on Looking Glass, on basta stuff with
like character
stuff
studies
with all the
all
race
the
stuff.
important characters.
Actually, all the race stuff. I felt like that was so fascinating. Like, Hooded Justice, that was a good episode.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
Glass was a good episode. And the first one with the Tulsa and all that stuff, that was so fascinating. But without the cavalry there, like if you don't focus on the cavalry, if they're not involved, I'm falling asleep, lady. With this super
You're not
smart.
entertained with the Adrian Veidt
That's all
which is
right.
very
No,
weird.
it
all
was
right.
nice with the mystery before you
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
I think that's how they balance each show. It's like showing something weird and aloof during the most
Yeah, because
intense
you
scenes.
wonder like when and where is this happening.
Yeah,
It's
because,
so long
like,
before they paid that off.
how they direct those scenes are just very different from what that's
Super
happening in
different.
the present day,
Right.
or in New
It's all
York,
bright
or
and
in
cheery.
Tulsa, sorry, in
And
Tulsa.
even the music in those segments.
yeah, it's very it's pretty much like a comedy,
sort
like
of
a little bit,
yeah.
kind of like a dark comedy. That's how it's depicting it. There's this one scene that I'm really like, when I saw it, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
And that was when Laurie Brake went into Judd's wife,
Oh, when she
And
went to
then-
the house.
and then he sat on the chair.
Right.
And then, so she's trying to explain to her wife that her
Tried to
late-
confirm.
yeah, trying to confirm that her late husband's a member of the Cyclops, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And then
The wife is feigning ignorance.
yeah, and I
up
was
to a
like,
point.
wait a minute, what's this? What is this? Like, is the wife into it too?
Yeah, because
And
that was
then-
the thing, right?
yeah,
Does
and
she
then-
know? Is she pretending not to know?
Because she's just drawing a blank face and just smiling menacingly or something. Okay, she's in it. And then she grabs this remote. Then she keeps on.
she presses the
pushing
buttons. Like she reveals that you figured it out, right?
Yeah, I figured it
Then
out.
Laurie gets like caught up and like, oh shit, you're part of this.
yeah.
And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
wife grabs the remote and starts
yeah,
pressing
she's-
buttons as she's talking.
And then
but
nothing's
nothing
happening.
happens.
Lori, fucking.
And then after 4 clicks,
The seat that
the
Laurie's
seat
in
drops,
sinks a
which
bit.
is
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a
yeah.
bad,
And
it's
then
such a
Laurie gets
cartoony
confused, like,
way.
what
I
is
didn't
this?
like that either.
Yeah.
And before it completely falls down.
She was so
It's
capable
such
before
a-
that
like
moment.
you know how villains have trap seats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine
that happens in the
when,
series.
yeah, that happens. But imagine it not working because it's so old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I press the button expecting your chair to fall.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't.
It
I mash
doesn't.
a few times. It jiggers a bit,
Yeah.
but you're still there.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, before you actually think of standing up, only then does it fall.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they
okay.
played it in Laurie's scene, which is also significant to her character. Which is, oh my
I don't
god.
understand though. Like she was
Really?
so capable. Like this is your smartest character.
But-
How could she react
Yeah, but
so
that's
badly?
the thing, because she's the comedian, so that's kind of playing to her.
I guess, yeah.
to her character now. This is funny because it happened to you, the one who actually makes jokes. So
It's also like what
really
could
good.
she do against the wife at that given moment? She
Yeah.
can't arrest her on any grounds at that
Fucking
point.
shoot her because she's
And she
activating
needs more
a trap
information.
door.
Yeah.
She's
She had
activating
no
a
idea
trap-
it was a trap door.
Yeah.
It wasn't a massage chair. I would.
Listen, it was one of my favorite
Such a
scenes in
funny
the show.
She basically
It's so good.
confessed and she did
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. Maybe she was expecting something to happen,
Yeah.
but then because it took so long,
I was actually
that's what caught her
I was
off
actually
guard.
expecting it to be a gun
Yeah,
instead
I
of
was
a
expecting her
trap
to
door,
just
but
die.
they fucking did the
It would've been
cartoony villainy way, and it's just
And it
ah,
broke
Jesus.
because it was old.
I really wanted her to shout like, "Why does she even have that lever?"
If she had the time to
Yeah.
her body fall first and the head
maybe in
after.
the comics,
Yeah.
maybe that happened.
in
Maybe
an actual
the comics.
cartoon. Yes. She'd stay in the air a bit longer, you know.
Rock, pull the lever.
Oh man,
Don't let go, Sharpa!
You can't tell me what to do.
Oh god, I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yes, let's
Last
go
two
to
episodes.
Last two
dude.
episodes.
last one.
Last one about.
Last
Oh,
one.
we're
Oh,
at 9.
is it?
Last one episode. It
Cool.
ends at 9
Oh, not 10? Sick.
Oh.
because the
'Cause-
old Watchmen had 9 panels per
Nice.
page. I just put that together. I'm not.
No.
So, what do you think is gonna happen? Let's go to that.
oh, I can't.
I
no.
can't-
Like,
predict
what is the
anything.
Millennium Clack? What's gonna happen to
The clack.
Manhattan? The Clack, and
Well,
basically,
What the plan that we know so far is they want to kill Dr. Manhattan and steal his powers.
Yeah, to
right?
become
Right.
Blue Man, the Blue Man
be-
Group.
the Blue Man Group. Yes,
The 7th Cavalry wants to become the Blue, Man, Group.
And then Manhattan confirms that they're gonna do it. They have a weapon that can teleport me to where I
Yeah.
can't do anything.
Which
Right.
kind of happened.
Right, but
Yeah, this
I
episode.
can't tell whether does Manhattan die? Does someone else die? Do they get the powers and something else happens, like
Yeah.
another tragedy?
And then
someone's definitely dying.
Someone's
there-
gonna die, but I don't know who.
And then
Someone's
there's this
broken.
after credit scene in the last episode where
Yeah, big one.
Adrian Veidt actually I don't know. He found a horseshoe in the cake, and then
Right.
he
He can
laughed
escape-
manically.
he
and
can
I don't
escape
know.
his wooden prison
See,
cell.
Me too. That's what I got from watching it.
Audience, if you could just see my face, all of the words that are coming out of these people's mouths are just like, what? What do you mean?
It's like he's covered in tachyon particles.
Yeah, it's like the Nick Young meme. Emile's basically the Nick Young meme
Yeah.
right now.
He done basketball though. What is
Yeah.
this?
I don't get it.
See, there it is. He's doing it.
It's how we explain JoJo to other people.
Ah.
It doesn't make
Basically
sense
to
them.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
We say all these things, and Raffy's like, shh. Like TV static everywhere.
No, but like now that you guys have like discussed this in front of me, and now that you guys have
Convinced you?
No, I wouldn't say convince. More of like
Spoiled you?
no.
You gotta know.
It's impossible to spoil me because I didn't understand anything you guys
You're
just
gonna
said.
completely forget.
But yeah, I have a horrible memory. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Really?
You share memes you've shared yesterday.
But now that you're telling me that there's only 2 episodes left in the series, one episode left in the series. See, I forgot. How long is each episode?
Oh,
Just for you.
an hour.
No.
I'd say an hour.
50-something minutes.
Oh,
It's an
really?
hour long, but the pacing is really good.
Like Game of Thronesy?
You wouldn't.
Game of
You
Thronesy.
wouldn't notice it.
Okay.
don't
It's
know.
good. It's good
Okay.
value for time.
During the holiday vacation, I will sit down and
Yeah,
binge
dude.
everything.
No,
Yeah,
don't
dude.
do that.
Why?
Enjoy Japan.
No, when
No,
he
no,
gets
no,
back.
not when I get back.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
gonna do it
yeah,
in
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
The
Christ.
last bit of
Watchmen.
the last bit of December, the 3 of us aren't gonna be here.
So
But
he's
Emile's
gonna do a
be
podcast
here.
by himself,
Yeah, dude,
trying
do it.
to summarize the Watchmen series.
I've done
Patreon
I'll
exclusive.
allow it.
you know,
Yeah,
I've
do
done solo podcasts before.
Yeah, I mean,
think
that's
I can
your
do
thing.
it.
Yeah, let's make it a
That's your
Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
There was that one episode in your old show, right?
No, yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Life
I don't
updates.
This
remember.
is the one
It was when I was talking about the Tracer butt fiasco.
for 30 minutes.
Oh.
Alone.
Wait a minute.
No,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
was this?
Yeah. On my old podcast, I did an
He has
episode
an
alone.
episode by himself.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that
This one.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm the true fan.
Oh.
No.
The
Who
only
was
one
episode 3?
It was you.
No.
This was Rob Cham. right?
Rob Jam.
Nice.
My man.
There you go. Wow. Podcast facts with the boys.
Yeah.
Which
One
episode
more
was
year.
Which episode was you?
The one with the most downloads.
Nice.
There you
Damn.
go. There you go. There you go.
Baby.
There you go. There you go.
Too much gaming. Shout out to Too Much Gaming.
So,
SEO wars.
Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Who watching the Watchmen?
I be watching the Watchmen soon.
Nice.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Yes, I guess we're moving on to some weeks.
Yeah.
Other than the
I
Watchmen.
guess other than the Watchmen, I
we
watched.
can probably talk about it.
I guess I
like,
can-
official.
I can talk about one thing,
Okay.
which I can't even spoil. But
Lay it
it's
on
fine.
us.
It's Jumanji,
Jumanji.
What's the title of this one?
the next level.
Yeah, because they're in a
course.
video game now.
I mean, they
They're
already
always
were.
in there, right?
What?
This
The last
is
one was a
sequel.
video game. This is a sequel
Yeah,
to that.
so-
Wait,
The one with
There
The
was
Rock is a
The
video
Rock
game.
Jumanji.
this is the third Jumanji?
No. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
technically.
it's the third
yeah.
one.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is the reboot sequel.
I mean, it.
There was Jumanji,
No, Emile,
and then The
technically,
Rock.
it came out like a few weeks ago, lang.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a new
In
thing.
theaters.
No, yeah, I know there's a new thing, but I thought that was the...
No, that's Jumanji 3.
What
Yeah.
the... I've been waiting for Jumanji 2 this whole
It
time.
came out a few years ago.
Came out
What?
a few years ago.
I missed
It's
it.
now
I
even
watched
on
it on a
Netflix.
plane.
What?
It's now on Netflix, Emile.
I thought...
Wait a minute. How
No,
come?
no, I thought...
We talked about
Yeah, we
this,
talked
right?
about it.
Wait, how many years ago? 2 years ago?
No, like
Maybe.
yeah, 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, no, because
Yeah.
like when I saw those ads for Jumanji 2 years ago...
It was the year before Jablinski Games started.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because his current one is filming
the second
new
one.
No, yeah, because that's the thing. I saw those ads for that new Jumanji thing. I never watched it. I saw these ads for the Jumanji thing now,
It
and I was
looks
like,
kind of the same.
and I was like, oh, that's the same thing. It's probably just coming out now.
No.
What?
I have some news for you, my friend.
What?
Overwatch came out. Overwatch 2 is not the first game.
Oh no!
I know it looks like the old Overwatch.
you're not wrong.
Is Jumanji 3 the expansion pack
I mean-
for Jumanji 2?
Emile, Smash 4 is on the Wii U, not the Wii.
Oh God! Oh.
Is Jumanji the next level just a DLC?
Oh
or
no,
a season 3
Breath of
pass.
the Wild 2.
Is it just a season 2 pass for Jumanji?
Might be.
But I agree that a lot of the marketing material does look
It looks the
exactly
same.
I mean,
It
It
looks
looks the
exactly
same.
the same.
I mean,
I was fooled.
You can't even blame them because they're using the same actors.
Yeah, you can't blame me.
Same cast.
Yeah.
And there's no 2 on it.
Yeah,
It just
no,
says
it's
Jumanji the next level.
No, that's what
That
fooled
sounds
me.
like a video game. The next level.
It's
It
such
is.
a trite.
I mean,
super.
Yeah, but you are aware of the premise of Jumanji, the next level.
You got it.
Jack
It's a-
Black is a girl.
Mm,
Yeah,
there you go.
again.
That's the first one.
Oh, is he not a girl now?
No,
think
he
it's
was
different.
Fridge.
Oh, nice.
I think they all switch around.
They switch around. That's the
Okay.
good thing about the second Jumanji. The second, the
third.
the
God
third
damn it.
Jumanji movie is that even though it's still The Rock, Jack Black,
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart,
Karen
I was
Gillian.
about to say Lil
Lil Mac.
He is very small.
and Karen Gillan. They switch roles, or whoever's
The
playing
users
them
switch characters.
switched. So it was. I mean, Danny.
Right,
the,
So
okay.
in the first reboot,
Oh god,
the second movie.
in the second movie, in Jumanji 2,
in Halloween.
Dude, it was
in the
In
Halloween.
the
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a video game, right? So you select your character.
Okay.
But you don't see a preview; you just see their stats,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So characters pick whatever. Then the wimpy dude is The Rock.
Mhm,
The
yeah.
girl becomes Jack Black.
The big,
The beefy
big-
guy becomes tiny Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
And then-
already tiny. Why are you...
Well, the sports guy becomes
Oh yeah,
Kevin
tiny
Hart,
Kevin
right?
Hart. Yeah,
And then
Karen Gillan. I mean,
the
one-
other girl,
Yeah, the other girl.
the
became
not
Karen
popular
Gillan.
girl is Karen
Yeah.
Gillian in this one.
And that's the setup. And then we have a fifth player played by Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah,
Yeah, for,
Alan.
and
the
then-
dude
Alan
trapped
Sam.
in the game.
Oh,
Yeah, the dude
what
trapped
year
in
is
the
it?
game.
Robin
Yes,
Williams.
something. No. It's not Robin Williams per se, but it's something
it's
similar.
that role.
Okay.
It's
It's
that.
role.
An old
yeah.
player who got stuck.
Is he being hunted by the hunter?
No, there's
No,
nothing
sadly,
like
Damn
that.
it, there
Migs
was
has
no
been
hunter.
harping about that.
Yeah.
like,
There
where's
should
the
be
hunter?
hunter.
Where's the hunter?
Dude.
Where's his dad?
The
Where's the
mom.
immortal?
Yeah,
Curry.
the
The mom.
Dude, my memories have been like fucking failing me because whenever I try to think back to the hunter from Jumanji,
Dude, that's his dad.
No, yeah, I know, but like it's
That's
like
his dada.
whenever I think about the hunter from Jumanji, the voice that comes out is Nigel Thornberry, and it's
Oh.
wrong.
It's wrong.
It's super wrong.
Very wrong.
Hello, Pop.
Because I think it's because the cartoon looks
Yeah.
a lot like Wild Boar.
Yes,
It really
it does.
does.
It really
It
does.
really does.
But Tim Curry is also in Jumanji, the cartoon series.
What?
He's the one who's he is the merchant.
Really?
Yeah, he's the merchant. Future. But yeah, speaking of Jumanji, one. That
The original Robin
Yeah.
Williams one.
Yeah, I mean, I
Jumanji.
really liked that movie, but the ending of that really kind of sucked when I was a kid because
Why?
it felt like they introduced characters on the quote unquote present day.
The kids.
The kids, and then during the ending, it all came back to the past where Alan Parrish was a kid. So what happened to the kids?
No,
They
it's
didn't-
it's a new set. He
Yeah.
basically deleted their previous
That's the
existence.
thing.
No,
They didn't.
boy.
They kind of deleted their existence.
No, yeah,
and
they-
they kind of like,
Which is the opposite of the ending of the second movie,
which is
where they all
Oh, yeah.
still exist.
Right,
That's the
they
thing.
exist.
Save corrupted.
Yeah.
Start a new save.
Oh, God.
No, but
No, like-
they continued the game. So the Tom Hanks' son existed because
Action Hank.
the game finished with them and the kids. So.
Right.
Because remember when Robin Williams was able to escape the game,
He went
a
back to
different
his childhood.
future.
Yeah, he went back in
He
time for
went-
some weird reason.
No, he shows up in his regular time, like just
Yeah.
what happens with Tom Hanks Jr. Right? He goes back to his normal time, but nothing changes. Like the kids
he
who
was-
played the game in the future or present day, like are still there as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Oh my
Which is
God.
the
Yeah, I
opposite
forgot
of the
about that.
ending of the first movie, where the kids don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Is this just dark again?
Yeah, dude.
Please let me know if this is dark again. I don't.
We're
But
breaking
I can't.
rules.
I,
I mean,
can't at this point.
It makes up its
That-
own rules. That's
that-
the real magic.
But yeah, the ending of the first movie, I really
It's kinda
didn't
sad.
like. Yeah, it's kind of sad, exactly. And they
And it's
kind of-
creepy because, like, why is he smiling
And-
at his not kids?
And parang
Because they know naman.
no, they
and-
don't.
They do, don't they? They recognize him.
dude.
No.
They
They don't.
recognize
I
him.
remember they don't.
They absolutely don't.
They don't.
They're like, who the fuck?
It's
Yeah.
just Robin
So
Williams.
all of what's happened during the whole movie was just for nothing.
He erased them from
Erased them
existence.
from existence.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which is kind of sad. Yeah.
It's super sad.
You know, I don't know how to feel about Jumanji turning into video game. It
It
No,
was
it
good.
adapts to modern
Yeah,
times.
you have to watch
They
the
do it
second
really well.
The second
is it
first
actually
movie.
good?
It's
Because-
really good.
It's really
It's
good.
really good.
It's
It's
so
really
fucking
good.
good.
Okay,
I tell you.
because all this time I thought the movie hadn't
Emile.
come out. So
Jumanji.
Jumanji. Fuck, dude.
Welcome to Jumanji.
No, but does it still have?
That's the wrong movie.
That's the wrong movie. That's the absolute wrong movie. What do you call it? Fucking Ace Ventura, fucking Pet Detective.
White Devil.
Dude, okay, so the thing that I have to ask is that when I watched Jumanji as a kid, there was this menacing feeling that there was actual fear about Jumanji.
That's the
Like
thing.
the board game.
Yeah,
That's
board
the
game.
good thing about the first movie. It really felt
It's
terrifying.
scary.
It's terrifying. The
Yeah.
concept of being sucked into a
Yeah.
video game
Yeah.
that gives you challenges, and if you fuck up, you turn into a monkey,
Or you die.
Or
or
you
you
die,
die, or
Just
you get stuck in the game. My whole thing is that Jumanji, for me, felt like something menacing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it is some sort of evil force
Yeah.
that you messed with, and now you have to learn a lesson
There's
and
a-
overcome your shit.
Right.
Right? And the way this second and third movie was marketed felt like a comedy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
it
campy.
is.
So,
Pretty
so
campy.
it's like it felt like a boardroom meeting to me, where like, yo, let's bring back Jumanji, but let's make it video games and funny.
That might have
It's-
been like the wrong appeal now for the first movie because
Yeah.
it looks like a kids movie, but then there's that sense of menace and dread.
Dude.
Because even I was afraid of the board game. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when you make a turn and the drums happen,
Yeah.
Dude,
and you can't physically move the
yeah,
pieces.
yeah,
it
it'll
moves
move by itself. Like I really love that.
Did-
Like
Yeah.
it terrified me as a kid, but I loved it.
Yeah. Did the second movie ever feature the drums or no?
I think when they got sucked in, you hear the music and the
Oh,
room
yeah.
shakes or some
Oh.
shit.
But,
But,
yeah, that's
but was there dread in the second movie?
no.
There is a bit, but it's
Would you
really
say
campy.
It's
It's
campy.
really campy.
It's,
Like,
it's like a fun adventure, but there's
It's more
like,
of an adventure.
the dread you feel in the second movie is when they're looking at their lives because they have a total
Yeah.
of 3 lives. They can
Okay.
die 2 times, and three times,
Yeah.
and then afterwards
You're-
they're
you're
really
dead
die.
forever.
You're safe.
Yeah, dot hack.
But man, is it just like fucking
and
like
some of them die in really dumb ways.
Yeah,
but like is it also like fucking like really shitty translation into a video game? Because like the other thing I really liked about Jumanji was how vague it was. Like whenever you're given an objective or a riddle or some shit like that, it wasn't really clear because
Right.
the game was like
It's
really
a
messing
yeah,
with
cryptic.
it.
it's a board game. It's a traditional
Yeah,
board
the-
game. The
the-
rules aren't very clear.
Yeah, but like in
or
video
sound.
games, a lot of the time these days, like the objectives are very clear.
Yeah, everything's well defined.
Not everything is a Dark Souls. So how do they translate that?
They translated in, I guess, in real life.
No,
Like,
They
it's
had
like
a thing to solve.
Yeah,
they were given a clue.
they have to get the jewel in the eye or something.
and remember, these kids are already in a generation where video games are normally played.
Well,
so,
in the second movie, only one of them knew what video games were.
yeah,
Right.
But still, I mean, they were quick to actually
Like adapt. Yeah.
adapt to it.
Interesting.
So that's why the dread isn't that hard compared to
Yeah.
the first one.
It's a lot. It's
He's,
very
Emile's
light.
all about that hard dread.
Yeah, hard.
yeah.
You want someone to die badly.
No, yeah.
No, this is a fun dumb movie.
The harder
Yeah,
the
it's
better.
fun dumb movie.
Like,
yeah, it's definitely lighter.
They have character stats. So one of them, like the wimpy nerd kid, gets the rock.
Yeah.
So he's taller than the jock, and the jock is a short guy. So
Yeah, Kevin
like, yeah, Kevin Hart. So that dynamic shifts, right?
So do you recommend I watch this movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Watch it.
definitely.
Watch it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
good.
I
Jack
wanna see
Black
what you like.
acting as a
Preppy girl.
yeah, preppy blonde,
So good.
high school girl.
Because Jumanji to me holds a very special place in my childhood heart,
Dude.
where it made me terrified of board games for a while.
I actually want to own the board game after
Dude,
watching
same.
that.
I do.
Is it?
Really?
I just want to see
Is-
how it works, but I don't.
Is
wanna
there a
have it.
physical
Yeah,
Jumanji
there
game?
is.
What really?
Yeah.
Do the pieces move on their own?
No, of course
Do you
not.
get sucked in and Tim Curry hunts you down?
It's not Tim Curry.
It's not Tim Curry. My bad.
You're making my false memories worse.
Yeah. That's Cadbury. Rich's butler.
Yeah, with the mustache.
Yeah, with a mustache.
Hello, Poppy.
No, that's
Oh
not
man. So Jumanji, huh?
Yeah.
Get
The
on
third
it, get
movie,
on it.
though, like I said, it shifted the status quo because
Right.
The Rock. I mean, most of them are played by different people now, except for Karen Gillan's character.
Oh, so it's just one.
Yeah, it's just one.
One of them stay.
So the
Because Danny DeVito is one of the players now, right?
The Rock is being controlled by Spencer's grandfather, which is Danny DeVito.
Okay.
So you see The Rock doing Danny DeVito impressions.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
So it's really good. It's like watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Jumanji at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah,
And-
watch it for that. Watch these actors play different people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And then
basically what
fucking
it is.
Kevin Hart playing who's that? Who is he
I
playing?
don't know anything
Like,
from the new one.
Donald Glover. Not Donald Glover. Who's that
Donald
Glover
Duck.
guy
Donald Duck.
from Lethal Weapon?
I don't know.
The
no.
black guy.
It's also Glover.
Yeah, it's the
forget.
Glover.
Daniel.
Daniel
Glover.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it? I don't know, but it's
super
it's
good.
that
Lethal
guy.
Weapon Man.
So like Kevin Hart's character talks really slow, and as Kevin Hart's character as a zoologist, they're at a disadvantage because he speaks very slow. Like for example, oh, there is an ostrich. Then, and then he's trying to explain it in a very slow way, and
sounds
it was too
awesome.
late because the herd was coming through them now. And but besides,
So
it
the
was
third one is way more campy.
way more campy, way more hilarious, and had some surprise
Okay.
twists also.
Okay.
That sounds
So
fun.
I would really
I'll check it
recommend
out.
because I watched it. I paid for it.
Yeah.
I paid for this one, and it was worth it.
I mean, all the interviews of The Rock and Kevin Hart alone.
Yeah, that was
That
just
sounds like a
fucking-
fun time.
Yeah.
But as a pairing, those two are pretty hit or miss. I feel like I watched their Central Intelligence.
Oh,
What
that
a
was-
nothing movie.
I mean, that movie was nothing.
yeah, it's kind of nothing.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, The Rock just needs to have his own like cinematic universe.
I mean, we
It
already
kind of
have
is.
The boys.
Yeah, we already have like what's that? All of his movies are just him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same
I know.
character.
It's the same character, former Marine,
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
how
yeah,
to pilot a
Has a
helicopter,
giant gun.
has giant gun. No, hates guns.
But
No,
has
He
that's,
hates guns.
that's just in
No,
in the
What?
what was
For
it?
the rundown.
The rundown.
Have you watched The
That's just-
Skyscraper?
Have you watched G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
Because he's got a big fucking gun in that one.
Roadblock.
I mean, did he use it?
Yes!
Yes, yes,
How
Yes,
many
yes.
Sam.
times?
Samson.
How many times?
Several on that drone tank.
But that's just
He doesn't shoot people though.
But yeah.
Non-lethal
He
weaponry.
doesn't need to. He just punches them and
See?
it crumbles into
See?
dust. Okay.
So he doesn't use guns against people.
because he hates
Fine.
guns.
Okay, fine.
Even in Fast, he used the machine gun on the helicopter and the drone.
Does he have a family? He does.
Sometimes he
Always.
does.
Sometimes he does.
Remember when he
Always
stole
has
the
a daughter.
helicopter?
Always has a daughter. Daddy's gone
You're
to work.
right.
He's gotta go there. Never a wife, but a daughter. Okay, okay. He's just one guy.
He was in Rampage too. Don't forget.
You
Oh
think
my
he's killed
God,
all
that
of the
was
Rocks?
good.
I didn't like that.
Oh, are we
Really?
gonna get the one with just the Rock?
Yeah. But he's killed everyone. Every The Rock.
What is
So
this?
he's
The one
strongest
starring
Yeah,
Yeah,
starring The
yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
the one reboot starring The Rock.
And then Roadblock and
then-
Hobbs are just the same guy.
Specifically Roadblock.
And then on the end
And-
credits, it was Jet Li going on in the multiverse.
And like, can
You
you,
killed Han.
dude? Dude, can you imagine that though? Like the one reboot, but instead of following just one of them being hunted down by the one jumping, it's the Rock jumping. You're following the one who's jumping,
Dude jumping.
and he just
Yeah.
visits his old movies.
And
Yeah.
killing everyone else.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
I'd watch that.
That's
Man.
fucking
I'd
dope.
watch that.
And I forgot the one also stars Jason Statham. Huh?
No.
No.
Yeah, he's
Really?
the other guy, the other hero. in
The other
movie.
one.
Yeah.
Really?
The
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah, the other
other
guy.
one.
He's the other one.
One and the other one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All I knew was Jet Li,
Just
and then Jet
and
Li
Jet
again.
A lot of Jet Lis.
And then a bunch of jobber Jet Lis, and then this Jet Li who was playing Jet Li for a movie. Oh no, that was Spider-Verse. That was the 90s Spider-Verse, my bad.
Oh, wow.
Then there's Armored Jet Li, and then there's
Armored
Six-Armed
Jet-
Jet Li.
Oh no,
This is Jet Li
that
action
creep you out.
figures.
And there's Lee Jet.
What? What? I don't get this.
I don't know, I missed it.
Hey, there's Batman and there's Batman.
Oh God.
Okay. You done it.
And of course the ever famous Jet Li.
Jet Li. I like Jet Li.
Yeah, me too.
The Air Force.
Jet
So
Li.
he's just an actual plane.
What do you think, Jet Li?
SWAT Cats theme plays.
I should pass it. Come on, guys, just go with your.
You need to make this the cover art. Jet Li.
Okay, so that was
my
the Samsons week.
That was something.
Jumanji,
That
watch
was
it.
the Samsons week.
Watch
Okay.
it,
To
please.
Jumanji.
Let's go next to the door. Let's go, Emile. How are you, my friend?
Me.
Son of a.
Lead.
I'm sorry.
It's your own joke.
It's your
dude.
own
I
joke.
know, but I find it funny now.
Oh my god.
But
so
my lag.
I just murmured it to make Raffy laugh.
Oh.
Now I'm
broke him.
now I'm the victim of my own doing.
So, my week, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't had much of a week, honestly.
Okay.
Last week, while you weren't here, Raffy, I talked
Yeah.
a whole hell of a lot about Fire Emblem.
Oh,
Like, I really loved Fire Emblem, and I'm still stuck playing it.
okay.
So that's the only game I've been playing. That's the only media consumption I've been consuming.
Have you been
because,
sucked into the game yet? Is he
no.
stuck
If
in-
No,
you die
no,
in the
no.
game, do you die in real life?
Dude, I wish Nigel Thornberry was in Three Houses. I wish.
I mean,
I wish. Nah.
Space.
Nice. Dude, but throughout this week, I've mostly been doing work, and today marks the first day that I'm free from deliverables. So I'm very happy.
Congratulations.
A lot of my deadlines are
Proud of you,
over.
man. Nice.
A lot of my events are done. I just have a whole bunch of emails to send
Oh, God.
before I leave for Japan on the Wednesday.
Well-deserved vacation.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to going on vacation, and I've been playing the Three Houses.
Still.
Yeah,
Yes.
still. I'm actually now on my third playthrough.
Oh,
nice.
jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm on my
Progress.
third playthrough.
So you're on the one that's just right, because there was the first house was too small.
the second house was
I
too
thought,
big.
I thought you were going for the too hot, too cold.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing, right?
The first house was too
Goldilocks
hot.
did not
Okay.
visit the three pigs.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
you're at the stone house now.
for
The brick house.
yeah. I'm at the brick house. So for my very first run through, I didn't know that I accidentally did the secret path.
There's a
Oh,
secret path.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
There's actually 4 paths in the game. So for the first playthrough, I had no idea I did the secret path, and I was like, wait, what? Okay. And for my second playthrough, I played the Golden Deer. It was super fun. It's the friendship path. And now I'm on Blue Lions, which is the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Holy Knights kind of shit.
Silver
Damn,
monkey.
guilty here.
No, they made this joke last week, Raffy.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Y'all are my friends.
Oh yeah, dude. I've gotten really into it. It's still super great, and I'm now playing on hard mode, which is super
Permadeath?
fun. Hard
yet.
mode casual because
Okay.
I don't want to be because I'm playing it casually while I work, so I
So you
don't
don't
want
get stressed out.
Yeah, so I don't get stressed out that I lose one of my beloved students with millions of lines of dialogue each.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, yeah.
That is anxiety filled. Like,
That's why
fuel.
casual mode is great.
No, yeah. You should totally listen to the last episode because I rag on and on about Fire Emblem.
Okay.
But right now, now that I'm playing in hard mode, I can't grind, which is fun.
Huh.
Yes, because in normal mode, you could totally just keep
Replay
spamming
all
the
of the
battles.
missions?
Yeah. Because when you choose your field trip battle option on your day of rest, you get to pick what battle you're gonna do, shit like that, side quests, blah blah blah. But in normal mode, there's a battle option that doesn't consume time, so you're free to grind. Now that I'm in hard mode, there's no option for that anymore. So I really have to plan the growth of my students. I can't ignore Ignatz like I usually do. like usually I have him stay in the back and like no he's fine. He doesn't need experience. But now I have to like make sure all of them get even levels so that they don't get fucked in the later levels. So
Right.
and right now there's a huge disparity in the difficulties of Fire Emblem I'm seeing. Because for my first 2 runs I played normal mode, right?
Yeah.
It's so easy.
It's a breeze.
It's a breeze.
Okay.
If you're familiar at all with any tactics game, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's like if you've played a tactics game in the past and you pick normal mode, it's not gonna cut it for you. Like it's so easy, you don't gotta think.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But if you're new to the tactics genre, normal might fuck you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hard, on the other hand, it's actually super challenging. It's super fun.
That's cool.
And the thing I'm hearing though is maddening mode, right?
Maddening mode.
Yeah, because maddening mode is the thing I want to do for my last playthrough. But the way I'm hearing it right now, maddening mode, like, it's so far from what hard mode is. There needs to be another difficulty setting in between.
Just Madden mode.
Yeah, just Madden mode.
It's me, John. Why me? It's me, John Madden.
Feel it, smell it, football. Dude, I hear it's so hard that the first fight you get into, people get stuck.
Wow, the very first one.
Yeah, the very first one. And
Sounds
how are you
like
supposed to
XCOM.
beat it?
and it's actually super hard too.
Why stuck?
Like, as in game over. As in they can't get past the first battle.
Because they get locked in a turn?
No,
Or-
it's just that hard.
I
Maddening.
mean, they just suck.
No, yeah.
And they just straight up lose.
No, yeah, they straight up lose. They straight up lose.
Or
'Cause
is like the damage in...
I hear it gets
How-
I hear it gets easier as you go through maddening mode when you have a chance to actually mold your students. But when you start maddening mode,
Yeah, I can
they're
imagine.
literally students.
So you have to have the perfect turns.
You have
To
to
get
plan it
through
out.
the-
You have to
the-
really
the
turn it
level?
out. You really need to plan it out. You
Jeez,
really need to
okay.
fix your formations and shit like that.
Ooh.
And
That sounds like a normal thing in strategy.
Sounds like a
games.
strategy game.
yeah, but
Yeah.
from what I hear, it gets easier as you go on.
Yeah,
Because
I get it.
at the start, the enemies are way over your level. Like way over your level. The only way you can defeat them is through tactics. So I'm looking
Real
forward
tactics.
to that. And the other thing that's like ragging on my mind is that I heard that if you defeat maddening mode without New Game Plus, you get a special title screen.
Cool.
Ooh.
Do it.
So I kind of want to do that too.
Now you can play Pokemon for another 2 months.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Speaking of Pokemon though, that's actually the thing I've been like so busy with. We did another
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
event
Yeah.
over in the Robinsons Galleria South.
Ooh.
San Pedro Laguna.
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
Dude, now that it's over, I can kind of talk about it, but it was kind of funny because like we were working on just like the last event, we had like a week to prepare for this one, and the week before that, we thought it was going to be in Robinsons Galleria Ortigas.
Yeah.
And like when we found out it was going to be in the South, all of us just kind of freaked and we were like, "What? No, it's going to be But it turned out super good,
I
super
heard.
well. We got lots of attendees.
We got new mascots.
Yes, we got new
Yeah.
mascots. We flew in the mascots from their debut in Singapore. It's the new Galar starters, and they've turned them into mascots like the Pikachu's and the Eevees. And
Right.
it's such a good time because fucking like you know how when they have the Pikachu and Eevee parade, they go up on stage and start dancing.
Right.
Yeah, and then these 3 Galar starters are just standing on the side.
Aw.
They're not really dancing or anything. They're kind of just like
Oh, they're
Waiting
just-
their turn.
waiting their turn, but
Okay.
they never really get their turn.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's super funny too because I don't know if they did this on purpose, but like Grookey was just acting normally. Score Bunny was hyperactive. Like whoever was in that mascot suit was like waving his arms rapidly and running
Yes.
around and hopping.
Yes.
And then
in character.
Sobble, on the other hand, was just a failure of a mascot.
Aw, sad boy.
Like you know how they would have the where all of the mascots line up and they walk around the mall
Yeah.
and everyone
Right.
follows
Parade.
them around. Yeah, Sobble would always lag behind.
Oh, he's dead last?
No, yeah, he's dead last. He's always dead last. He always lags behind. Like he's always not looking where all the other mascots are looking. Like when they line up, you know how Score Bunny has those tufts of fur at his side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of like his cheeks and shit. Sobble always seems to end up behind those. And
Like hiding.
no, his face is just covered and he looks unhappy about it.
Oh.
It's really cute. I'm really happy that Sobble mascot exists.
Sad
Was
boy.
it bad mascoting or was it perfect mascoting?
It was
Genius.
It was perfect mascoting because like I mentioned how they're off to the side during the dance numbers, right?
Right.
And Grookey and Score Bunny were like kind of like moving along to the beat.
Yeah.
And Sobble was trying, but he was so offbeat. It was kind of hilarious. It was like, wow, look at this failure. It's so great. I know. Yeah, I fucking love Sobble. I fucking love Sobble. So, I'd like to thank everyone from the Pokemon Company, my company, Rumble Royale, everyone who cooperated on this event, CIA Events, Robinsons Galleria, and I'd also love to thank MNL 48. Where they did some stage stuff with us. They performed and they also fought a Pokemon battle.
Nice.
Yeah.
They beat up the mascots?
No.
They beat up Sobble again.
But
Again?
that's why he said. That's why he said. But they had a Pokemon battle against our Rumble Royale gamer talents.
Yeah.
Yes. It was actually kind of like concerning.
Why?
One-sided victories?
Very one-sided.
What did they
no.
play? Like, which Pokemon game?
Those Manila
Switch,
48
Sword and Shield.
It's
Sword and
fucking
Shield.
ringers out
fucking
there.
owned them.
And-
Fucking
Wait,
owned
were the
them.
Pokemon preset?
No. That was the problem.
Oh.
That was the problem.
They brought their own.
So everyone was
Pokemon.
level 100 except for Manila 48.
No, everyone brought their own teams, but everyone was synced up to 50 anyways.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
But still, the skills.
No, yeah, dude, they put up a really good fight. They put up a really
At
good
least
fight.
they were balanced to 50.
But like, while I was watching the show with some of our Japanese executives and stuff like that, we were just like, maybe pitting 4 professional gamers against 4 professional dancer, singer, performers wasn't the best idea in the world.
I mean, they could have balanced it out.
Yeah.
Like a team battle or something.
No, or ask them to dance naman.
No,
Yeah.
a dance off at
yeah.
the
I
end.
mean, someone's a dancer and
Get
just
No,
wrecked.
roster though.
Yeah, we will consider that for the future. But it was overall fun. It was super duper fun.
Cool.
Everyone was a good sport about it. We had a great time.
Congrats.
It looked like
And-
hella fun.
Yeah.
I saw the marches. I saw the Sobble videos.
We also held like a small Pokemon Go tournament on the side.
Cool.
We got like a decent number of participants, and the first prize was a trip to Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, super fun. And
Who won? Is it you?
No, it was one of the participants from the Pokemon Go community. So thank you.
Cool.
And I think that's mostly been my week, but I'm very much looking forward to my trip to Japan next week.
Oh,
Yeah. So on the 18th at 1 a.m. I'm leaving. So technically I'm leaving on 17th at night.
At least 2 hours before.
Yeah, at
always.
least 2 hours before. So I'm gonna be heading to the airport right after my company Christmas party. So
Oh man.
yeah,
Race.
Yeah.
Good thing you won't be drinking because you don't drink.
Yes, I do not
that's
drink. I do not
What
drink.
if they
just
have
the tired.
Smirnoffs?
What?
What if they have Smirnoffs?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
this man's a very responsible.
Yes,
I trust him.
I do not drink unless I'm at home. But what do you call it? So I'm going to Japan next week. I'm quite excited. I'm going with my girlfriend and my family.
Nice.
And
okay.
I think for the first 3 days, we're gonna fly over to Hokkaido and experience the negative
Freezing
You
weather.
will not
below
like
zero
Hokkaido
weather.
this season.
I know.
Emile is
Will
just an
you
ice
just
cube the moment he
die?
steps out.
No, yeah.
Expect knee-deep snow.
No, yeah. The family insisted. They wanted to experience it. I think we're gonna try to hit like some hot springs. Shit like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Like in the snow, that'll probably be super great. Looking forward to it. And then for the other half of my trip, I'm gonna go back to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna probably hit the usual Tokyo stuff. And I'm looking forward to spending Christmas in Tokyo.
Nice.
Will you make it to that old
Yeah,
arcade thingy?
or is it
Before
already
it closes
closed?
down.
I don't know actually. You're talking
should.
about Anatana Warehouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're talking about
Or
Which
the,
will be closing down soon.
Yeah.
also the Hokkaido, the Harajuku station is gonna close down.
Yeah.
That
That,
one's
that
awesome.
one we're gonna reach. Dawn and I are gonna go take pictures.
Yeah.
Shit like that. As far as the arcade thing goes, I'm gonna have to check if
Oh.
Yeah.
if the
The
Anatana
gaijin is
Warehouse.
back.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know,
We must crow sooner.
the arcade that we're talking about is this sick arcade just on the outskirts of Tokyo,
Right.
and it's basically Midgar. It looks like fucking
Yeah,
Midgar, right?
Are they gonna remake it? That's why they're gonna close it.
It's oh,
Is
not
the,
bad.
is the meteor coming?
It's just pachinko now.
Oh,
no.
It's actually actually based off the Kowloon walled city.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's super sick, and I hope people get a chance to see it before it closes down. But mostly, I'm just looking forward to Christmas in Japan.
Nice.
Yeah. How much do you know about Christmas in Japan, Raffy?
Do they celebrate Jesus?
No, no. They celebrate KFC.
Yeah, baby.
Uh-huh,
KFC
uh-huh.
buffet.
What?
It's
Yeah.
a thing in Japan. Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen the
What
articles.
kind of what? Okay, explain.
It's a tradition in Japan to
Yeah.
have a KFC dinner at Christmas. Yeah.
December 25.
cute.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders was born
Yeah.
in Nagano, Japan.
Yeah.
Sandos.
Sandos.
Kaneru.
And like
The
this,
reincarnation of Santa Claus.
and this is gonna be my second Christmas in Japan. So
Yeah.
during my first Christmas, that's when I discovered this tradition of theirs.
Mm.
And like there was always a KFC near my hotel, so I saw this in full swing.
Mm.
There would be like people lined up for their KFC reservations for Christmas
Oh
Day.
my god.
Wow.
Reservations.
This is a line to reserve a meal
To reserve a meal.
on Christmas Day.
Holy numbers.
Right. And
Yeah, yeah.
people were like reserving entire Thanksgiving style meals.
I was about to ask, like, is this their version of Thanksgiving?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is it just regular KFC chicken? Or
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
special about it? I mean,
in Japan, it's special.
I mean, it's better than ours, that's for sure.
It's in their
It looks
culture.
better, at least.
but
that-
what about like the store? Is it the same KFC looking
It's the same.
store?
It's the same old ass KFC, except they have a
Upgrade.
Colonel Sanders outside the door wearing a Santa outfit.
Santa Claus. Yes.
No, and
The whole
Sad
outfit or just the hat?
no. Here's the thing.
Sad Nicholas.
You know how we have those Ronald McDonald's and Jollibee mascots up in front of the store?
Yeah.
It's exactly that same type of mascot. The hard plastic mascot.
Didn't
Like a mascot suit.
Didn't we have a Colonel Sanders thing like that
I don't
before?
know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You guys didn't remember?
No.
Don't remember it?
Wasn't
Oh.
it just the chicken?
No, I know there was.
I know there
like
was a toy
statue.
line of like different Sanders.
Oh, that one I
Yeah.
also remember.
Those are cool.
Yeah, but like imagine
But like a mascot?
imagine the Ronald McDonald in front of the McDonald's, except
Colonel
it's Colonel
Sanders.
Sanders.
The statue?
Yeah, the statue, the hard plaster
Yeah.
statue style
With
thing.
Toku eyes.
With a Santa
and all.
hat?
That's the clothes are painted on and shit like that. But during Christmas, they put on a full Santa suit on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like it's separate from the statue.
It's like the Spider-Man statue wearing Vegeta's armor.
Yeah.
In Japan.
I suppose. Yes, sort of. But yeah, that was one of the things that surprised me during my first Christmas in Japan. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing it again. The other nice Christmas tradition in Japan that I enjoy is the strawberry shortcake. Which is apparently also
Sounds
a thing.
tasty.
Yeah. It's also a tradition to give a Christmas cake on Japan. In Japan, which is just a strawberry shortcake, but the most important factor of it is the Santa Claus on top, the candy Santa Claus on top.
Yes. It's tasty.
And I also it's your basic strawberry
Yeah,
shortcake.
strawberry
Okay.
But like I learned something like a really bad term.
Are you
in
gonna
Japan.
are you gonna explain it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
explain it. I'm gonna
Oh,
explain it.
boysies.
Like I learned that Christmas cake is slang in Japan
Uh-oh.
for someone past their prime.
Or women past their 30s.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically, women past their 30s. It's slang because
So the Christmas cake.
no, yeah, they call them Christmas
Don't
cake.
call them Christmas cakes.
Don't call them Christmas cakes. But
No.
I heard
Okay.
that this was slang in Japan because in Japan, everyone is rushing to get Christmas cake. But after the 25th, all the Christmas cakes are on sale. And no one wants to buy
Brutal,
them anymore.
dude. Holy shit. That's so brutal.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I hate it.
Dude, like when I heard that
God.
was like I heard the slang Christmas cake and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then when someone explained it to me, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god,
so
that's
mean.
that's bad.
That's really
That's
Even-
so bad.
Like I remember when Emile actually explained that to me because I do have a friend. Like I do have friends in Japan.
Yeah.
Who are rushing to get married.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Jesus.
oh man, that was
Because
really
there's
bad.
this honor after.
It's really bad.
Just call them
Jesus
fruitcakes,
Christ.
baby.
But this
They-
is still the same.
No,
Oh, fruitcakes
no.
last forever.
Fruitcakes are winners their whole life.
Dude, you can leave a
say
fruitcake
that.
alone
I
for a
wouldn't say
year
that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
still be the same.
I'll agree with the immortal fruitcake, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't call them a winner.
They're-
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So bad.
Dude.
No. No, fruitcake.
Tough as rocks.
It's
Let's just say
appreciate-
that.
I've eaten a year-old fruitcakes. Pretty
I
good.
don't like fruitcakes at
I
all.
don't.
I kept, Matthew Celia from Too Much Gaming.
Oh, yeah.
I gave him a fruitcake for Christmas. And then we met again next Christmas. We ate it, still perfectly fine.
No, no.
Winner for a whole year.
You
The same
should-
fruitcake.
You should totally change up that intro though, because it should be Matthew Arcelia from 3-Point Landing.
3-Point Landing. My
Yeah,
bad.
new
Yeah.
podcast.
Podcast,
Shout outs.
sure.
Listen to it.
Good Rex.
Good Rex. Good Rex. So let's forget about the
Christmas,
Christmas
Bad
cake.
metaphors.
the
Yeah.
bad
That's
So
metaphors,
mean.
the
holy shit.
judgmental slang. Let's forget about that.
What do you like? What's the slang term for Halloween candy?
Halloween
Because
candy?
they go on sale the moment Halloween ends.
Oh shit! I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't call your lady friends Christmas cakes. That's it.
No. I know my lady friend is a winner for life. She's a,
No,
she's
She's a fruitcake.
An
a
immortal
fruitcake.
fruitcake.
Yes, my female wife is my immortal fruitcake.
Denise, you're a fruitcake.
You're 100% a fruitcake.
According to your husband,
Yes.
you are the fruitcake in his life.
Freshest of all time. Tasty until the day we both die.
Can we move on? Miggy, can you start your week? Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Please
I'm done with my week.
beam us up, Miggy.
Migoy, save us.
Oh no, that's a
Mr.
problem.
Mendoza, get us out of here.
Despite all the
Lee
the
Jet save
time
us
that we've
from
had
this.
before my part,
Okay.
I don't think I did anything productive this week.
That's okay. That's
Oh, well.
fine.
It's fine.
Well,
I mean,
it's because I'm also leaving the country next week, so I'm just racing to get everything done
yeah.
this week. So like trying to get all like the paperworks and jobs done and stream it every bit now and then watching all the
Yeah.
things.
I've been seeing.
So I squeezed in 2 streams because I worked with Charlie on Revisited, the show on GG Network,
Oh, cool.
and we watched 2 people play Megaman X for the first time.
Ah.
It was both painful and entertaining because
Educational.
based on Ego Raptor's short-lived show Sequelitis, where he talked about how Mega Man X teaches you without overtly telling you. So it introduces obstacles that will make you figure out how to solve it. Then eventually they'll all come together. Then you can beat the game with all your skills. So it was nice seeing like these 2 players learn as they went on, and then the eureka moments where like they're being stopped by one enemy with the shield, and like when they eventually figure out, oh, I can jump this thing, but now what? Then they get hit on the way back and stuff like that. Then like, oh, we can jump this thing, and we have enough time to shoot until he dies. And when they finally kill the first
Sick.
one, they both go, yeah! And me and
Nice.
Charlie like, oh, dude, we're so proud.
Yeah.
It's true.
Organic learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
theming is
That's
real.
cool.
It's true. So that got me hyped to just replay Mega Man X.
Oh.
Because when we were testing the equipment and just playing a bit of the games,
Yeah.
Charlie goes up like, "How do you know so much about this game, Migoy?"
Don't
Like,
you
dude,
know
this
he's
is-
Asicon?
This is my game. Charlie's
Mega
like,
Man is his avatar.
I was born in this.
you know how
game.
Aris does this for a lot, where it's like shoutouts to Aris.
Yeah.
Kung san ka man, text na lang.
From Shell.
Yeah.
No, or the other one.
Don't tell him.
There's another one.
I forgot which fuel company he works for.
No,
then
The secret one.
The
Oh, this
secret
is
one.
okay, nice.
Yeah,
Secret
yeah, yeah.
Aris, secret
3.9.
boss level.
Secret Aris.
He's the 3rd one.
the third point of landing.
So Aris has this thing where he gets good at certain games,
Yeah.
but it's usually a lot.
Right.
So this is just the one thing for me
Yeah.
usually.
This is your game.
Yeah, because I played a lot of Mega Man X1 back in the day, so I'm not the best at it, but because I've played it so much, a lot of it is stuck in memory. So like, I know the boss sequences, I know where everything is, like at least in the normal sense, I can beat it in like less than 2 hours. So I just decided I want to play Mega Man X now. Stream it, beat it in an hour and a half. Like I died a bit, sure, but then like, oh, it really is less than 2 hours. I thought it was just me. Then talking to most people who played it, like I swore it was like 4+ hours. I'm like, no, it's real short. So yeah, like
Wow, it's just
You even replayed X4.
yeah, because that's the next one. Because most people started with X4, right?
Yeah, I
Yep,
started with
I did.
X4. That's one of my first PlayStation 1 games with Hercules.
This
Which
is
one?
Hercules?
Which one? Disney?
Hercules.
Just the top-down Hercules?
no,
Top-down
the side-scrolling
Disney Hercules.
Yeah,
Okay,
Disney.
'cause there's 2 Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Power up his
Herc-
punch?
It's just
Yeah.
Herc, right? Herc's Adventures or Herc?
No.
Yeah, it's
Hercules din lang ata, but
Hercules
without
also.
Disney.
I know it's Herc or Herc's Adventures.
Maybe Herc's Adventures is probably the
top-down
one.
yeah.
Yeah. The one with the giant pig.
Yeah, with
Where you control
Jason the
one of
Thief,
three
and
characters.
Artemis.
Yeah.
Anyway, X4.
So, X4.
X4 was a lot of people's first like Mega Man X game, and
Yeah.
that was also like one of the games in the Mega Man X series that I also like for the most part can beat by memory.
It's easy.
It's
It's
not
easier
easy,
than
but it's easier than
the
you think.
first 3 games for sure.
It's different too. Like
Yeah.
This is with the general.
yeah, General and his son Colonel.
your Repliforce
Because they look alike,
Yeah.
and via anime rules, if
and
they look alike.
Iris.
I remember I could usually breeze through everything except when I got to the general because my stupid child brain can
Just shoot his
figure a lot of
face.
it out. Yeah.
That's his
Okay.
entire thing. You shoot his face until he dies.
Okay. But you had to like jump on
His fists become platforms like a video game.
his rocket arms.
I remember the first time I played it, I stopped and never finished it during my
As
first
who?
few. As both the Zero and X. I always got stuck with Sigma during the time that he's 3 heads or 4 heads.
Oh, the final form where
Yeah,
he's
the
the,
final
big
form where
head
he's
and
the big head.
the thing with the gun.
Yeah, I didn't finish it that time.
That's
and then-
literally the last boss.
I know, and it really, I just can't figure it out that time.
Well, to be
And
fair,
then-
yeah, like
It was
X4
hard,
is
dude.
it's hard, but it's not as hard as you remember.
Yeah.
I'd say X5 is.
Oh
the
yeah,
game.
that one was
X5 is
broken.
hard as
I never
balls.
played it. It was broken.
No, yeah, I played it, but X4 was still the very first one I played, so that's the one that's committed to memory.
Right.
Yeah.
And plus, it had the animated cutscenes and the bad voice acting. That helps
Also-
it stands out.
Also, I played that game as Rockman X4.
Yeah,
and
the
not the
Japanese
Mega Man
version.
X4, not the English version.
Mr. Cyber Jacker
so
over
the opening was an actual anime song fest of an intro, like
It's the same
vocal
song, right?
things. No,
But
it's
that-
different.
Is it?
It's different. In the English version, Mega Man, it's just like
No, there's a musical chime to it.
yeah, pero dun sa Japanese it has vocals.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
look into it. Look into it.
Because I know I played that during like the time when I had to go to a net shop to play PS1, and I did play the Japanese version of X4 as well. That's why Cyber
Yeah.
Kujaker,
Yeah, and Storm Fukurao
Fukurao,
and Jet Stingray.
Jet
Fukurao.
Stingren
And
was one of the ones.
Spiders.
Yeah.
I love those names.
So I don't know. I still remember the most of the boss weaknesses for X4 in both runs.
yeah.
What I don't memorize though, it's kind of a shame, is the cheat codes for X4.
Oh, what? It's
I don't completely remember it. I just remember bits. So
Like-
it's
cheat
like
codes?
How
to
to
get the ultimate armor for
armors.
X.
It's like,
Okay.
and to get Black Zero, which
Okay.
is
because
damage is half. when
I,
you're in
I
Black
remember this is the thing. I know the cheat codes for Mega Man X4, but in Rockman X they changed it
Yeah,
because
they
it
changed
flips.
it. Yeah.
So when I was reading my Game Pro, and I have my X4
Prima
copy,
guide.
I was using the English code, but it didn't work, and I was like, this sucks.
Tear your game pro.
Hindi kaya kasi pirata yung game ko. Or something like that.
No shit.
Baka pirata yung game pro ko.
No. Kasi tama naman yung gusto.
Xerox lang.
So it was a fun romp going through those old games again. Even though I tend to go through them like maybe at least once a year for the most
I mean,
part.
it's fun watching you like stream it.
Yeah, because
you know,
usually when you see
trip
people
down
stream
memory
old
lane.
games, it's either they go in completely blind or they go in with rose-tinted childlike wonder. Like, I used to remember beating this back in the day.
Yeah.
And they get their ass kicked by it because they don't actually remember how to play it.
Right.
We
And then
should stream
the
older
exact
games.
opposite of that is someone who has mastered it too much.
Yeah.
You get the speed runs where there are tricks where, oh, this is the optimal run, then they clip through the wall or something.
I want to stream Running Wild.
What is that?
It's a PS1 game where you control bipedal animals
Okay.
in Mario Kart fashion.
Okay. And you race?
It's a racing
It's
game?
a racing game.
I think I remember.
It's like an animorphic
I think I remember.
animal.
Oh my God.
It's you control a bull, but
have a little
you have
memory of
two
this.
limbs, like two legs.
Oh, they
Okay.
run
They
bipedally?
run bipedally.
That's weird.
That's why it's Running Wild.
I remember it
So
looked like
weird.
Yeah.
That
I-
cannot be good.
I remember
No,
it
no, no,
looking
it's the
pretty
best.
cool. Like it looked pretty
Well,
cool.
it's
back
cool when
then.
I was
Yeah.
a child.
It looked.
Maybe it is,
had
but
the,
it sounds weird.
It had the.
It even had shortcuts. That's why I like it. Yeah.
Okay, like
short.
all racing games
I mean,
had shortcuts.
no. Okay, is there a shortcut in
No.
Laguna Seca?
Gran Turismo.
I mean,
Right
you're,
in the
you,
middle
you
of
get
the track.
brutalized by it. Come on, dude.
Raffy, that's not a shortcut.
Raffy in the FIA, you get points deduced when you do that. You even get disqualified if
I'll
you
make
do
my
that.
own shortcuts.
Yeah, it's shorter. I'll tell you
It's
what.
the journey we've
Raffy
taken.
plays like Johnny in Johnny Quest when he goes to Quest World.
What
Remember
a
when
jackass.
when he had to go through the ancient maze in Rome?
Just jump over.
shit.
No, he
right.
punches the walls.
What an
He
asshole.
does just
Yeah.
punch the walls.
I mean,
What an
that's
asshole.
Raffy.
Johnny Quest. That's me.
Raffy
It's
Quest.
true. I would like to stream an old game called Oni.
Hey.
The section chief.
No.
No, it's the
No.
Rockstar
Yeah.
Games developed.
No.
Oni.
It's
No.
Bungie.
Oh, it's Bungie.
Bungie.
The
Before-
shooter
oh,
anime
yeah,
lady.
Rockstar published.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Is-
The
is
shooter
it?
lady.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think
Alam
it
ko
is.
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Sounds right.
Because they
'cause
advertised it.
That game, I'm really good at that game. I know how to play that game.
If I have one game I'm good at, it's probably Running Wild.
I'm just joking. Because of the shortcuts.
The shortcuts.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking.
It was nice interacting with chat because you get the people who were like, "Oh no, chat! Oh no, you see that shit, Capcom?" Yung people who were like, they just have vague memories of the games. Like, what does the helmet in Megaman X1 do? And then I show them what it does, and they're like, "No way, it does that." And like,
Huh.
here's the other tricks you can do with this item. Because like, for an example, Mega Man X1, the bash helmet. For the most part, it's horseshit. It doesn't do jack shit. It's meant to break blocks so you can get the Buster Arm, and usually it stops there. But in Stink Chameleon stage, he has a segment where you run through a cave with an earthquake, and there are falling rocks. If you have the helmet, the rocks don't hurt you
What?
because they
cool.
shatter on impact.
Oh, cool.
Otherwise, if you play through that, you're gonna get hit a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
Cheats.
like also Mega Man X does a thing where when you kill a certain boss, it can
Right.
interact with the stage of another boss.
Oh,
Because
I
it's-
didn't know that.
Really?
It's all happening on the same continent, and they're sectioned to different parts. So Storm Eagle is controlling an airship, right?
Right.
You kill him, but during the boss fight, you actually shatter the ship, and
Yeah.
that becomes your stage. So you fight him as it's crashing down.
Uh-huh.
And when you kill him, it crashes onto Spark Mandrill's stage
Yo.
and breaks the electric floors,
What?
making it easier to traverse the level.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I
and-
can't remember
Man.
that happening to X4. They don't.
They don't.
do
They
that.
stopped doing that.
They didn't do that in X4, dude.
Not even.
Yeah.
I think. Not even X2 does.
Dang,
that.
just
why they
in
dropped that?
X1.
That was really,
Yeah.
that's a cool mechanic.
So like one of the
Actually cool.
the more important changes to the stage is if you kill Chill Penguin,
Uh-huh.
I think his whatever he's guarding will freeze the lava in Flame Mammoth stage, making that stage easier to just you can run under on the frozen lava instead of actually having to play the stage, because otherwise you're dodging like giant compressors because it's like a garbage disposal facility.
Right.
And then the heart piece is actually like on the lava floor under like a long ass bridge. So if you saw it initially, you're like, how the fuck do I get that?
There. Oh.
So
I didn't know
X1
they
does a
can
lot
flip.
of a lot of tricks like that.
I knew there was a rock, paper, scissors game with the
With
bosses.
the weaknesses, yeah.
The weaknesses of the bosses, but I didn't know it carried over to
Yeah,
levels. in
X1
the
is
early games.
pretty insane
That's
with
cool.
that. Like they went too far with the cool things you can do in that game.
And now I want to play that game.
X1 is good. Like
Yeah.
also
I mean,
I thought
I-
Zero was a girl.
Oh, really?
I was one of those
What
Ah.
if Zero was a girl?
because there was no voice back then.
Z
Right.
for Zelda.
And like,
right?
hey, look at this blonde lady. She's cool. She saved me.
She has boobs.
yeah, green
right?
boobs in the armor. That makes no sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that
right.
And then
does
she
make sense.
dies, and like, oh dang.
Yeah, I did play a bit of X, but I didn't like try finishing like 2 stages.
X1 is really hard.
Yeah,
still,
X1
like,
is really hard.
if you're not familiar, because it demands a lot of you in terms of reflexes. Because it's a jump shooty, twitchy game.
And they also tried the PS. Is it the PSP version, the Maverick Hunters?
Where they completely remade it and
Mhm.
moved things, which I
Yeah.
don't like,
That's
because it messes me
kind
up.
of weird. Yeah.
So yeah, X4 also does a few like extra tricks where you know that in Magma Dragoon stage, the cool Dragon Man that does Hadoukens and Shoryukens,
Mhm.
and you fight him in a flat stage, but there's like lava pits, so you can't fall in them.
Yep.
Did you know that you can take the robot suit into his boss fight and just
That's
completely
what
destroy
I
the
always
boy?
do. You can grab
Really?
one robot.
There's a
and
robot
then-
because you have to like go through floors of lava.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And
there's
if-
a secret route where you can break the rocks underneath
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
go to the boss room
I remember
with a
doing this.
robot
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
destroy Magma Dragon.
That's how I always destroy Magmar.
Oh man.
It's the easiest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's actually
Like
easier if you get his weakness because he can't do anything against you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stream Megaman X1, X4 in both X and Zero runs.
Damn.
And I do admit now that Zero run is way easier than I thought it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Zero is an easier game compared to the X.
Well, it's harder in the sense that you have to fight certain bosses just by
brute force.
actually
Yeah,
fighting
that's
them.
something I
But
remember in Zero.
because you have like different angles of attacks,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to get through most of the stages.
Mm.
And because his jump slash deals significantly more damage than a regular shot,
Mm-hmm.
like it does half of a charge shot, you plow through a lot of enemy units a lot faster.
No, yeah, you jump slash, jump
Yeah, just
slash,
jump slash.
jump
You get the
slash,
big,
jump slash.
you get the arc, then you get like significantly more damage, and you can slash multiple times. Unlike X, where like, oh no, there's an incline, you
Got it.
shoot, and you're shooting above him, and like motherfucker,
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm the most powerful being in this universe.
But I can't shoot diagonally.
No.
That's why Axel.
That's why
was
Axel
born.
exists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was my gaming consumption. I've been borrowing Switch games from some of our friends
Oh,
Yeah.
to bring to the States. Like, yo, dude, can I borrow that game? I need something to play in the States.
What have you
What
gotten
you
so
got?
far?
I borrowed Super Robot Wars T
Oh.
Okay.
because that's the
That's
perfect.
your Fire
That's-
Emblem.
It's the perfect thing
your-
on a portable device.
Are there supports between the robots?
Oh no.
Yes, there are.
Ah,
And some,
Supports.
if certain robots are beside each other, they get unique attacks.
can I get Shinji to interact with Kamina?
No, it's specific. But if he's beside, usually if he's beside Asuka, they get to
You
do the double
cannot
kick.
fix Shinji anymore.
Oh, I want to help Shinji.
You cannot use Kamina to fix Shinji.
Oh.
I know you can block with other units if they're beside you. So if someone has a barrier, he'll block for you.
Cool, sick.
Something like
Nice.
that. So I also borrowed Hollow Knight,
Oh,
Okay.
which I've never played, and I've
That'll
heard
keep you
the
busy.
best things.
I
I
hear-
have
I
that
hear-
on my PC.
I also
Steam
have
account.
that on PC, and I
I
haven't
haven't played
touched
it,
it.
yeah.
But
And-
I do hear that for the amount of money you pay for Hollow Knight, it is probably
More.
the best value for money in the market right now.
Right, one of the best Metroidvanias out there right now.
Yes.
They
Nice.
say. So yeah,
That's why I bought it, but I haven't played it.
I'm looking forward to playing that on a mobile system
I remember someone gifted that to me. I didn't
because
buy
it goes
it.
on sale a lot on Steam.
Yeah, I think Carlos gifted that to me. I don't
Probably.
know. If you Carlos gifted that to me, thank you.
But if not,
If not, well,
no, thank you.
Well,
so yeah, I got to borrow those two. Super Robot
Sorry.
Wars will keep me entertained at least for half the game. I don't really finish a lot of Super Robot Wars
I
games.
mean, it plays
hella
cool.
long, I
Like,
remember.
No, it's
I,
hella long and it's
yeah.
that. It's the same.
I only played for the animations.
Right,
No,
but
you
once
have
you see them
battle
a few
animations.
times.
Yeah.
So usually at some point you get all of them. Then you play through maybe 10 more long missions because it's all boss fights.
Yeah.
So usually at that point, like, yeah, I've seen enough. And it doesn't help that I play most of the games in Japanese.
Mm.
I don't understand the story.
Yeah, it's
So
just
when
for
the
scenes
text box
now.
comes out, I just mash circle. And
Ah.
even if it's in English, it's like, this is content I don't care about. Like the OGs, the original generation story with the new characters are like, that's cool. That's a reference to an old game. I've missed most of them. I don't care. And like and the formula is when the crossover happens, they're usually in between their own story every single time. It's like, oh no,
So they
the
kind of
anti-spirals are here again.
Oh no.
Or like, oh no, the Evangelion, they're practicing dance lessons.
Oh, no,
We must
no.
save them.
I don't want to relive that again.
It happens every single game.
Every
They
single
show up
game.
in between their own arcs.
Is
Okay.
this the NBA? Of,
No, I think now they remember each other.
Oh,
so
okay.
sometimes they
so
skip
there is
stories.
continuity within the.
Yeah,
They
but-
remember each other.
I think now it's
Oh, that's sick. Can you imagine Kamina and like Simone just
No.
walking
Okay.
in and it's like, oh, Shinji's. Stop masturbating.
again, really?
Again?
Oh, man.
So it's usually like a loose continuity. We're
Yeah.
like, oh hey, I remember you from. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Or I think usually now it's since they're introducing a lot more like licenses and other robots,
Right.
we show up in the newer like robot editions and do their story. Then the other characters are like, "Oh, we showed up to help." We're like, "Cool." We're not gonna do Mazinger Z no more, but It's nice that you're here.
It's nice that you came to participate in the Great Keyblade War.
So we can get on that.
I just
Same.
want to see Gypsy Danger in there.
Oh,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
hope so, because they
You know
love
what I'm
it.
saying?
They love Pacific Rim in Japan.
Yeah.
They do.
Dude.
They do.
Hopefully.
That is a super robot.
It took them so long to get Voltron in one of the games because he's owned
Voltron?
by a different company.
Yo.
But he did show up in, I think, one game on
The
the,
Tiger
Game
Voltron?
Boy Advance. Yeah, Go Lion, not Voltron. The
Okay.
Japanese property showed up.
No, fuck
Cool.
Gypsy Danger. Just go with fucking nuclear reactor head man. What's that robot? The Russian one?
Oh,
With the
fucking
nuclear-
Chernobyl Alpha.
Yeah, Cherno Alpha.
With the giant fish.
Yeah.
Cherno Alpha.
no, no.
With the reactor
Chirono.
head.
Chirono.
Chirono.
Alpha.
Alpha.
And here comes a giant fish. Oh, that would be sick. How will he contend to all the other robots? Though?
Oh.
He's big and
He's
zoom.
very
Fucking
volatile
lasers
too.
from their boobs.
Initiating self-destruct.
IG-88 shows up.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Mhm.
They have introduced non-robots.
Oh,
Like, there's a character.
doing
He
the
starts
rock
off as a human, then powers up and becomes a robot.
So it's Ultraman?
No, there's a moment where he's just a dude, like a small little pixel, but he has attacks.
Interesting.
And I swear, there's
How does
one
he
of the games
damage
with G Gundam where Master Asia fights
oh.
in human form
Oh, that was... That's normal. That's
in a cutscene.
explainable.
I don't need a robot.
What about Gridman? Is Gridman?
No, he's an
He's not a
Ultraman.
robot.
He's not a robot.
No, but like, you think he'd ever make it in?
Nah.
I think they're
I
owned
don't
by
think-
something else.
Yeah,
so-
probably.
What about Lupin the Third?
Lupin the Third.
No, I was about to say, Cowboy Bebop has showed up in the Super Robot Wars game.
Oh, because of the...
In the swordfish.
ship. Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
sick.
not a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Cowboy Bebop.
Also, Captain Harlock has shown up in the Super
Cowboy
Robot
Bebop.
Wars game.
Sick.
In just a big boat in space.
Vandred.
With Yamato. No, not Vandred. I don't. At least I don't think so. I might
Section
have
Chief
missed.
OG.
I hope so, but
Spaceship.
no.
Battleship
Gatekeepers.
Yamamoto.
That's okay. We're getting farther and
Steam
farther.
They just have one
I'm just
robot.
doing AXN anime.
Bubblegum
No, it
Crisis.
depends on
Steam
the
Detective.
properties that are linked to it.
Sakura War.
I don't think they've shown up.
And I saw the new trailer of that
She
one.
used-
It's gonna come out. It's different. It's no
they're
lead.
robots.
Shiyugi.
Man, there's no-
Seizaku.
The
No,
movie?
The last episode of the OVA,
there
of the
robots?
OVA, Suzaku was revealed to be a robot.
Okay.
That was a
thought it
lie.
was an
Yeah, I was
anime.
about to say.
Yeah.
That was a
What
lie.
is this
Like, I was about to say
Raffy
that I
verse?
sense
I
a liar.
watched it.
Lie.
Yeah, I watched the ending of Slam Dunk too. A giant robot shows
Yeah,
up.
dude, he fucking dunks. He teaches
It takes
Sakuragi
30
to-
minutes to dunk.
Yeah, don't you remember
Giant
when fucking Kenshi and Sano and fucking
mean, that-
Kaoru
Hey,
and
hey,
then
that happened in the Kyoto arc.
no,
There's a
yeah,
giant
in the
robot.
Kyoto arc, there's a giant robot.
Yeah,
Against the
dude.
Catholic Hiten Mitsurugi
Yeah,
user.
dude. Yeah, dude.
No, that's what killed the Jupan Katana.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah,
giant
the
robot.
robot.
If
That's
the
what
Japon katana has one weakness, it's giant robots.
Yeah.
It's the Gatling gun. It's a giant Gundam head.
Technology. Oh
and
my
the Gatling
God.
gun on the side of its head.
The artifacts
It's
mirrored
still
it. Struck
crack
again.
powered.
They have their own Sensei's divining top.
Yeah, and then like Angie gets in his robot, and it's just two pile bunkers.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, dual extreme, dude.
And then when he gets hit, he punches himself in the gut to counteract.
To counteract the other pile bunker.
Dude, can you imagine, dude?
And then
And Chishio can't drive his because it overheats.
He starts
right.
burning.
Yeah.
But he gets
And it-
power up
and it has massive armor on his
On
head.
just
on the
his
forehead,
forehead.
On the
just
forehead.
the forehead, just
with
the
a
forehead.
Naruto symbol on
And
it.
then remember that one guy who beat my favorite character with the turtle.
Oh yeah. The robot who smokes.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah. The blind robot. with the
Saito
turtle
Hajime.
shield. Yeah, right.
And then there's the one robot who's actually a boy.
Yoshi?
It's
Is
really
the Yoshi
fast.
boy?
Let's get away from this.
Yeah.
Raffy, what's going on with your
My
way?
bad. Hey,
What is this
me?
Raffy verse?
Is it me?
Crisis
My
in
bad.
Raffy verse.
Let's get away from this.
Giant anime, but with giant robots.
How anime was intended to be.
Yeah. Always with giant.
And
Thanks,
wrestling.
Miyazaki.
Yeah, dude.
You know what's missing in anime? Wrestling.
Oh.
Ultimate Muscle exists.
That's by Raffy Lanus in 2000.
You know,
Hosted by Raffy.
JoJo might as well be.
I mean, there's Tiger Mask.
Yeah, there is Tiger Mask, I guess.
Ultimate
Wrestling.
Muscle.
Tiger Mask made it to JoJo. He was in there.
No. There's an anime.
There's
called
an anime.
Tiger.
There's a new
yes,
anime.
Yes.
And all of the
And Tiger Mask is an actual wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just that guy.
He's basically
He's that guy
King
from
is
Golden
inspired
Lovers.
from him, right?
Right.
King is
right.
inspired off of Tiger Mask.
One of the other half of the Golden Lovers was Tiger Mask.
At some
Really?
point, really.
No,
Falsehood.
Yeah, no,
What?
yeah.
I call bullshit.
yeah,
Akala
yeah,
ko si
no,
Rey Mysterio.
Ibushi's Tiger
Ibushi
Mask.
was Tiger Mask?
Dude, look it up.
Okay.
But-
okay.
But who was Rey Mysterio?
I mean, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Jake
he's already shamed Emile.
Oh, dude,
he already,
Jake
he already
Gyllenhaal.
took off his
What?
mask.
You should have listened to my rec from last episode,
What?
where I tell these guys to watch a YouTube video about Kima, historic European martial
Kima.
arts,
Okay.
and one of them looks like one of the trainers looks like a fake Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a fake Gyllenhaal.
Fake Gyllenhaal. I love it. All right.
So-
Is it up to me?
Is it time for the wetness?
Oh.
Games.
What?
Sea games.
Oh yeah. I see it.
There was
It's time
swimming
to
involved.
jump
at least
into
once.
the
pool
sea
of
games.
Olympics and
Yes.
sports.
Put on your swimming caps and your bathing suits.
And fear the
Flippy
Cyclops.
flappies.
Don't forget your don't
Beware
forget
the
your
Cyclops.
sunscreen and your Cyclops. Time for the Sea Games. Yes, I was deployed 6 days at the Sea Games, the
deployed.
esports event of the Sea Games. Apart from all the historic value and occurrences that happened out there, it was just one big meme factory, wasn't it? Like,
Just an aquarium full of memes.
yeah, pretty much. Like
An ocean of
A
jokes.
sea even.
a sea of memes.
Was there a master of
sea
that
memes.
ocean?
I'm liking what you're thinking about. I'm liking where your mind's at. But yeah, just the media room was just a bonkers place to be, because this is where we'd all crowd, right? And there we set up the TV with the feed of the stuff going on outside.
I mean, I can imagine staying in the media room for a week would really drive you insane.
Yes,
In a good way.
next to Ram.
Next to Ram.
Next to
That's
Ram,
the
and all
important
his
factor.
good puns.
Mm.
But yes, the
Funny guy.
very punny. So this is also the same week that banana artwork hit.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
banana with the duct tape, and then the very next day, someone just gave the media room like a whole bunch of bananas, like hands of bananas, each and every one.
Okay.
And I was pretty sure I was being punked at some point. I was looking for Ashton Kutcher.
I mean, stay healthy, right?
That's true. And then I don't think like the organizers of the SEA Games knew what esports media needs. So they gave us just athletic needs.
Oh,
so they
no.
gave us
Pocari
our
Sweat?
supplies. Yeah, our supplies in the media room was like specifically Pocari Sweat and bananas.
I knew
Because
it.
like
I
you
knew
don't
it.
want to get cramps while you're typing this fucking article.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
god.
tiring business.
You're not
It is
even
tiring
moving.
Yeah.
You don't need electrolytes for that.
I don't know.
They need
well,
them
we
to
did.
we
We were running around quite a bit. So we
Okay,
were
that's
like,
good.
we'd watch the stream, and then whenever we'd feel like the game was about to end, we'd run out,
Go out
and,
for
and
interviews.
catch for picture, catch
Oh.
photos, and
Yeah.
then the winning moment.
Yeah,
and
you do
then
need Pocari Sweat.
we run out to the interview place where the press con post press con was gonna happen. All that stuff. There was a whole system, and then for the people who were writing, we had to make like 2 articles each for the winners, right? Because maybe this article the other guy wins, and then this article the other guy wins, and all that stuff. It was really tiring. A super like tiring experience. We were out there for like 15 hours a day,
Jesus.
and like
15 hours?
15 hours a day, like at the minimum, because we'd arrive
Wow.
like 8. We'd arrive like 8 or 9, and the games would start. And then we'd be there the whole day until the final game, which is usually 11.
Uh-huh.
And then we'd process photos, put out our articles, do the aftercare for the articles, and then we'd leave at around 1. So,
AM.
and AM. And then
Wow.
we'd go home. But as soon as we get home, though, specifically me, I go home, I put down my bags, I feel super accomplished. I feel like
Okay.
I did something good.
Good. That's
But
that's good feeling.
then I gotta wake up the next day again
Yeah.
at 8. No, earlier, 7 to go to the bus and all that stuff. But still, such a good experience. Like our teams all put up like great fights. like our Dota was our most spectacular event. There, another sound. Our Tekken was unfortunately our Tekken ended up with silver and bronze.
I mean, because Book was there.
But funny thing is, they actually prepared for Book to be there.
Really?
Like,
in what manner?
They know Thailand was gonna send over Book,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So they
Player notes.
they train for Book's Jin because he
Yeah,
apparently he's a
Jin's
Jin user.
bonkers, yeah.
Okay, so they AK and Dojin, our representatives, train Akuma for Jin all the time, right? The majority of the preparations was put into that, and they joined the Last Chance qualifiers, which was days before the SEA Games.
Yeah.
And they run into Book, beat up his Jin at the Last Chance qualifiers, and advance, right? And then whatever happened. And then when Book comes over to the SEA Games, he pulls out a pocket Akuma that no one knew he had. That was super strong and beat our boy AK in the grand finals.
Everyone
To
has a
such-
pocket Akuma or Geese.
Does
That
it?
sounds like
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, AK has one.
I'm a Steve. No, he was using Akuma the whole time.
Oh yeah.
He threw out his Shaheen when he felt like he couldn't hack
He
it
went
against.
to the dark side.
That's true. And then the rumor was Book only trained in Akuma in the 2 days that AK beat him with Akuma.
Wow.
He just picked it up.
That guy's phenomenal.
I guess you could say AK got booked.
Again,
Yeah.
it's the same joke.
Is that in your article?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
yeah,
He
that's
did it
fine.
so by the book.
By the, there you go. That, by the
He-
book.
he-
Okay, that's
Read him like a book.
Thailand threw the book at him.
Oh yeah.
Lieutenant. But yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Oh man, Migoy is dying.
Doyle.
Lieutenant. Yes. So that was our Tekken. Our Dota was our most spectacular event because they were a bunch of boys who have seen it all and done it all. I was really frustrated with them because they barely showed any emotion whenever they'd win or they'd lose.
Okay.
As a photographer, I was
They're
assigned.
hardened.
Yeah, they're hard veterans.
Yeah.
Like the hardest veterans I've ever seen.
They
Let's
Mika
just
hack
sit on that for a second. But yeah,
The hardest.
Yeah, so I was deployed as a photographer. That was my actual designation. I'm not a technician.
Not a host?
Well, not a host, broadcaster, technician. No, I was a photographer. So it was really frustrating to see these Dota boys they win a big hard fought match and they'd be like,
Oh.
okay, yosi tayo, and then no emotion at all. So I didn't get
Kawaii.
any good pictures. They were basically kawaii. And then I'd be lucky to have a high five if I catch a high five on camera.
Damn.
At the end, so they move on to the grand finals. They sort of dominate in the first game, and then Thailand comes back and ties it up 2-2.
From Bangkok.
Yes, from Bangkok. Good job.
I can't say it.
So they tied up 2-2. And Thailand was dominating in the fourth game.
Damn.
Really beat them up. So game 5 starts. It's still the same thing. Thailand beating up the Philippines 0-7 on kills. 0-7 in the first 8 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Just
8 minutes?
in the first 8 minutes.
Holy
They
moly.
get clobbered.
Oof.
The audience dies.
knocker.
The
The
fuck?
audience, all the
Dies.
air was sucked out of the building.
Oh.
Because this is a live event, with people
And-
in the stands and people cheering.
We're the
and
home country. We're the host
Right.
country.
So the audience just flat out dies. They were watching a car crash. They were looking, but they were making no sound, and they can't look away.
There's no wailing or
So-
crying. Make it stop.
No, there was occasional screams of horror whenever Thailand would score a big kill. It's like,
Gee.
"Ay." yeah. And then, it continues to 10-2, and then it continues to 20-3.
Jesus.
They get beat 20-3 on kills, and then the pace stagnates a little bit, and then I remember the one moment where everything turns about. I got during my deployment in the SEA Games, I'm like, I know when a game is about to end, so I have to move closer for pictures. So I get that feeling, right? I go closer to the stage and I'm like, okay, shit, this is a done deal. This is gonna be done. I move closer to the stage, and as I move closer, I hear the one guy on Phantom Lancer say, "Oh, my heart na, my heart na." It means like
Yeah,
I got the heart.
for
I got the heart of
yeah.
the Rask, which is a big item for Phantom Lancer. So maybe it was like the fatigue of the whole day, or maybe it was like the poetic whatever scribe in me. But I thought like this was the time where the Philippines found the heart to fight back. So I don't know, some bullshit like
Okay,
that. Some
okay.
artsy fartsy bullshit like that, right? Because it was very poetic, and sure enough, they start winning. They meet up at the Roche pit, and then Vargas, who was on Phantom Lancer with the heart, announces his arrival with like a triple kill.
Nice.
He kills like 4 people and a guy with the Aegis, which is an extra life.
What an anime.
So yeah.
Puso lang pare.
It's great. And then
Gilas.
this is the first team fight that the Philippines has won in over 28 minutes.
Damn,
This
the
is-
crowd
this is the
roar.
one.
I expect.
Yes.
28 minutes long.
Yeah,
That's very short.
And the score was still 25-8. They're still losing, but like there's hope now.
Bumawi. Nice.
And then the crowd came alive. All these things. A crucial thing happened here. Thailand, fearing the Phantom Lancer,
Wow,
gathered, relented on the opening pressure. So the game stagnates at 28-5. So they let off on the pressure to farm for their items that counteract the Phantom Lancer. Yeah, that was their big mistake because the lineup of Philippines favored the late game. So
Oh.
with each team farming, that favored the Philippines. So the next time when they meet up,
They got
Philippines
decimated.
decimates Thailand
Yeah.
straight into the base and then for the win. And
Straight to the base.
straight to the base.
Mid lane.
Yeah. I
Damn.
mean, no, after the clash,
Sugod lang.
they sugod lang and then killed the towers, killed the ancient.
Oh, okay.
Phantom Lancer was on top, unstoppable at this point. They pull off a miracle. The game ends at 35-13. Philippines
Wow.
was the 13, but they won.
Jesus.
It's so good. And then they pop off at the end of the day. I was so happy because I'm like,
There's an
oh
emotion.
God, finally emotion. Yes. Taking so many pictures. Man, that was such a cool moment. Everyone, I saw people leaving in the stands.
Oh no.
20 to 3 people were leaving.
That
Like
bad?
yeah, some of my
20 to 3,
Yeah,
friends.
I mean, yeah.
That fucking scores bad.
Yeah.
Like one of my friends told me that they turned off the stream at this point and went to
Oh,
sleep.
no.
Like it was bad. Like but then at the end of the whole thing, everyone witnessed a miracle happen, and then the crowd, I swear, was making like 3 times the sound of what it was. It was just I'd say 6 columns of people compared to a whole arena that was once there before.
Wow.
Whoa.
And then like they were making like times 3 of the noise of the normal
Jeez.
crowd. It was such a moment, dude. There was never a dry eye. There was not a dry eye in the building. I even go to Thailand. I catch pictures of the Thai players. They're also like super emotional and broken up. Like they let the game go. It was crushing victory. Like
Yeah,
it was
nobody
a crushing
expected the
defeat.
Phantom Lancer just
Yeah,
bring back the hope.
it was such a great moment.
Phantom
Like,
Lancer was the banana the Philippine needs. Kasi saging lang may puso
And the
pare.
heart was the duct tape.
That's why everyone's bringing bananas in your media room.
That's true, though.
Because saging lang may puso, di ba?
Yeah. Well, okay. That was okay. I'll take it.
Deep
Also,
balls.
funny thing about the media room though, we made friends with the Thai team, right? We made friends with the Thai national media groups,
Yeah.
like the international media groups.
They group
Like it
people.
happened like spontaneously because we were in there for like 6 days. It was just us all the time, and then something happened. Like I was going crazy in the 3rd day. I think deprived from sleep, so I start busting out in Enrique Iglesias' Hero.
Yeah, I've heard of
And I
this.
sing like, how'd I go again?
Could be
I
your hero,
can
baby.
be your hero, baby. And doing the stupid Enrique Iglesias impression.
Yeah.
And then
Like
I
a
look
pride.
around, like the Thais were just looking at me. And then one guy from the Thai media team goes, "And I will stand by you forever." And we start singing the fucking song.
Music really does
Yeah.
unite us all.
Also, specifically Enrique Iglesias. And then there were a bunch of these moments we all share our bananas with them also. Like, we have this whole banana.
Dude, we did
Banana
not need
buffet.
the squid. All we needed was Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
And the giant
all
banana.
Yeah.
Ozymandias teleports Enrique Iglesias.
From the future.
God
He's
damn
like,
it, Adrian.
I can be your hero, baby.
Why
And
do
then
we-
the entire world unites under the banner.
Yeah. Too bad it was the 80s. Enrique was just a child
Dude.
back then.
Dude.
Maybe he was part of the victims.
Yeah. I mean, there's Julio Iglesias.
There was also this one time at the end of the last day, the Thais were wrapping up their coverage, right? So they were shooting this video. So they roll into the media room, and I can sense that they were introing the media room, like, "Oh, this is where we were. These are our friends over here. We were here for blah 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 and blah blah blah." And then they point to us, and we were all just goofing off, like throwing out like hang loose signs, and bananas and shit. So and then he continues with his monologue in front of the camera, and then we hear the words come out of him. Banana friendship.
Nice.
And we're like,
Banana friendship.
banana
what?
friendship.
It sounds like a great title for
Sounds
this
like
episode.
yeah.
I can't wait for that video.
Banana friendship. Perfect.
Because we've been through a lot. Like, there was also some awkward times where I think it was Arena of Valor, or during an Arena of Valor match where it's Thailand versus the Philippines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Thailand was getting clobbered by the Philippines, and we were awkward in the media room.
Oh.
And they were silent, and we were cheering, yeah. And then they were silent, and we were like, oh, wait, we shouldn't do that. And then Martin goes, tries to change the channel to a different thing to lessen the awkwardness, right? We go to, I think, volleyball or table tennis.
Okay.
It's Philippines beating Thailand still.
No.
More punishment.
Yeah.
Cartoon segment.
Actual cartoon segment. Yes, but yeah, that's good. I mean, I can't express.
Shout out to the Thailand media team.
Yeah, Thailand media team, Monchai Riruski,
Oh.
my friend on Facebook.
Interesting.
Banana friend.
My banana friendship on Facebook. Yes,
Your banana to
His
What?
duct tape.
his
To
heart.
his duct tape.
His duct tape.
To
His duct tape, there
To his
we
duct
go.
tape.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on the wall of friendship.
Yeah.
From Manila to
Bangkok.
The capital of
Bangkok.
Thailand. You need to listen to the last
Yeah.
episode.
Uh-oh. Sure, I'm going to do it.
There's something happening right now that
Yeah.
you have no idea about.
the game is still
I
on,
will-
my friend.
Okay.
We need to introduce him to some Thai people.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I'm
the-
gonna look like an idiot. I'm
Well,
gonna look like oh god.
I mean, so
God.
what
yeah,
else
I
is
think
there?
that was the majority.
Eventually.
Hmm?
I think that was the majority of my
Your
whole week.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
6
you were
days
just-
every
Yeah.
day.
2
Like,
weeks? You're
Super hella fulfilling.
Thursday onwards.
yeah,
Mm.
just
Starting
being
last week.
wet,
Just
wet with
sweat.
sports,
Just
Wet with
bathing in
Pocari
the sea
sweat.
games. Bathing in it.
In
basking
friendship.
in the
and
medals
bananas.
and bananas.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
guess that's
I think
it. That's the
it.
good trade.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Y'all
trade.
want to do some raps?
Yeah,
No,
let's do
yeah,
some
let's do
Rex.
some
It's
Rex,
time for
man.
some Rex.
Shit, I gotta look for a rec.
Rex, I know. We should have prepared more.
Oh, no.
Is it happening again?
Yeah. I mean, that's what work does to you.
Oh my god.
I mean, I would wreck something.
Yeah,
And
go
it's
for it.
the Witcher books.
Hey.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
But why?
Hey, Migs, you should have gone to that
Oh.
press event with the Henry Cavill.
Oh, I was at work.
Yeah, but like, I think for the media peeps, the giveaway was
Yeah,
a
the
keychain
medallion.
based on the book
Yeah,
version, which
but-
looks
Oh,
super
cool.
cool.
Nah, actually, I don't like it.
You don't like the Game of Thronesy looking logo?
I like
with
the
the
video
sideways?
game version
You like
that
the
I got
front
from
face?
yeah, because I mean,
I mean, different appeals on
yeah,
that.
the medallion for me is the one in the video games.
Mm.
So that's one that I got from Ijon from Lemon Play. So
Which,
shout out to Ijon.
which Witcher book would you like to
So,
recommend?
Since The Witcher
Who
is
witches
going
The
to
Witcher?
be in Netflix at around
December 20.
20,
Mm-hmm.
what more but to read some material that's related to the upcoming show.
Mm-hmm.
And since the show is based mostly on the books,
Nice.
it's good to recommend one of the Witcher books, which is titled The Last Wish.
The Last Wish.
The Last Wish. It is a compilation of short stories within the Witcher universe, and mostly stars Geralt in his adventures.
You know,
Okay.
I know this is an audio format podcast,
Yeah.
but I would like to show you boys The Last Wish.
Whoa!
Oh my
Did
god.
you have that ready?
I specifically remember that I gave The
Okay.
Last Wish
All right.
in my first Emile birthday fest.
Oh,
That's what you gave him?
Yeah, it is my only copy of The Last Wish. This is the thing
Nice.
that I finished, the version of The Last Wish that I finished,
The
and
wish.
I bet that Emile hasn't read it yet.
You would be probably correct.
Oh, I should have
Like, probably.
put money on that one,
confirm
baby.
it.
I have not read it, but I hold it close to my heart because it's the first gift you gave me.
Yeah, this
Aw.
is
It actually just sits right there on my bed,
Watching over you.
watching
over
over me
you.
as I sleep. Yes.
Henry Cavill. Thank you for watching over my good friend Emile.
Yes,
Doing
The
well.
Last Witch by
Andrzej Sapkowski. I am not sure
Sapkowski.
if we butchered his name.
Yeah, we probably did.
It's
Yeah. So
fine.
yeah, The Last Wish. I'm gonna wreck it.
Go on a wreck.
I have it.
All right.
You're gonna read it.
I'm gonna read it. Ah.
Great on the nightstand.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Raffy.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay.
He's the host. He has the power. What are you doing?
No, because I'm not ready.
Counter hosted.
How about you,
Um,
Migoy?
I'm not
Here.
ready either.
Here it is. My recommendation is an Instagram artist that I've been following and I love his delightful work called Matt Heath Art.
Oh, okay.
It's Matt with two T's, Heath
Heath.
Art. So it's MATTMEAT.
It's not Heat Heart.
Not Heath.
It's not a
bus
driver named Heath.
No, bus driver named Keith. Yes, his specialty is like these really cool looking neon skulls. Yes, I know this is not. This is an audio podcast,
Yeah.
but here you go. Look, it's really cool.
Oh, vaporwave
And-
skulls.
Yes,
Very nice.
and he always posts like time lapses of how he does
Oh,
it.
sick. Pen,
And-
pen art.
Yeah, look at that. And then he
Oh,
he
dude.
uses watercolor and I think
Markers.
Ink markers.
markers and ink to make these skulls, and it's
Wow.
always really cool. Like I love the contrast of vibrant color
Yeah.
mixed with like ink.
Very
just
nice.
black,
Nice,
gross,
nice,
grotesque.
nice.
Cool. Matt
It's called
Heath.
Matt Heath Art. A bus driver named Matt Heath
Art.
Art. Yes, my
IG.
friends, do it.
Matt
And I
Heath.
love how his Instagram is so curated. It's just
Oh,
skulls.
he even
all
has
the time.
Witcher art.
Yeah, there's some cyberpunk stuff here.
Cool.
It's really cool, and he's like my inspiration for like making the
Time-lapse
time-lapse videos.
Okay.
Because
I can see it. I
It's
can see
so-
the inspiration.
yeah, baby,
Yeah,
Oh, Matt Heath. That's me.
Would you like
Real quick, I would like to rec Matt Heath art.
Very nice.
So, Migoy, are you ready or should I go first?
Dang.
I think you should go.
All right, I
first,
got it. I
Emile.
found it.
There you go.
I was just trying to confirm the actual channel name. All right, so I'm going to go back to the Magic Talk because
Ooh.
we've been absent for a while.
All right.
Oh.
I'm going to recommend not the Beyond Death Theros trailer
You don't
Which I haven't
you
watched,
don't
actually.
recommend it? Okay.
because like we recommend Magic in general, and that's an official Magic product. So I will recommend though on YouTube MTG Arena Original Decks.
Matagarina.
MTG Arena Original Decks. That's the actual name of the
Original
YouTube
decks.
channel.
Okay,
right?
okay, okay.
It's run by this dude who
Called Dex.
No. I don't know his name, but like I don't know if he's Russian, but he has the accent.
Alexei.
Probably, but yeah, he's
Dmitry.
imagine like a Russian man playing Magic and making these stupid little meme decks.
Oh.
But they always have a fun game plan, and it's just entertaining because like he goes on to like he always opens his videos with "How's it going, boys? Today we're going to play with this deck that I put together in blah blah blah." So he goes into about like the deck combos and all that, and it sounds really cool, right? Then he plays it, and he always gets screwed somehow. So he just keeps talking to himself as he doesn't draw the lens that I need for today. Okay, I guess we're just going to completely get screwed by this opponent. He plays that card. Okay, let's draw a land. It's not the land.
This guy.
Is
I
it
think I know this guy. No. I legit watched this guy.
It's fun.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I enjoy his content. The decks he makes are fun. It's not completely meta, but he does incorporate some meta heavy decks because of the opponents he faces. But it's mostly pretty much he wanted
Creative
to build a
deck
combo
building?
from the stupid thing,
Yeah.
like an infinite life combo with 4 colors, just because.
Fucking
Jesus. That sounds fun.
Then like he purposely like he loves. I think one of his pet cards is Leyline of Anticipation.
Yeah.
The flash blue card.
I mean, I would like to own
And he
that.
does some really stupid things with it. So, yeah, it's interesting
Azorius
stuff.
Flash Flyers.
Azorius
Perhaps.
Flyers, pero 4 colors. Or
Jesus
something stupid like that.
You just need to... Okay.
But so, yeah, MTG Arena original decks.
Okay.
What a very specific YouTube
Original
channel.
decks,
And-
not efficient.
Original.
Original.
And like none of them are an
Original.
actual list of someone. The archetypes are based on like deck lists. But usually he just crafts them, and you tend to see a lot of similar cards
Okay.
that he likes
Awesome.
as a run back.
I would like to see that.
But yeah,
That's
like, it's. I watched the video. I was entertained for 30 minutes of him losing in one match, just because he
In
kept
one
drawing badly, and I was like, surprisingly, I'm entertained by this. So yeah, every video, how's it going, boys? With a really bad mic, so that's extra funny. There you go.
Awesome. Would you?
I'm gonna wreck it,
There
boys.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's segment complete.
Take us home, buddy.
Okay, I will. So for me, I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but
Yeah.
The capital of Thailand.
I cannot say the capital of Thailand.
Get
What
you
is
one
going
day.
on?
You got-
I gotta listen to that.
You gotta listen to the last episode.
Okay.
So, I haven't talked about it in a while,
Yeah.
but I still very much love it, and I will try to make some more time for it soon because of the new patches that came
Oh,
out.
God.
But I will be talking about and recommending
God.
Final Fantasy.
This is the third time.
14.
We're back here again.
Specifically, I recommend it this week because
13 or 14? You said 13.
what?
14.
14.
Oh,
I said
you said
14.
13. All right.
Okay, so
13 has no patches
I know.
anymore.
yeah, specifically,
Only hope.
Specifically, I want to recommend it because this week, not just this week actually, all until next
January,
month.
yeah. The
If
Christmas event.
you guys are
Oh, wait.
previous subscribers
Okay.
of Final Fantasy 14 and haven't been around in a while, I would like to recommend Final Fantasy 14's free login campaign for December 13 to January 14.
How many
so
hours?
if you have an existing Final Fantasy 14 account that you haven't touched in a while, you haven't jumped onto the new content, you just haven't played in a while, you can jump back in for a free 120 hours of gameplay on Final Fantasy 14 if you are a pre-existing subscriber and
So it's not
user.
a day-to-day thing.
No,
It's
per
a
hour.
total.
It's a total of ours.
I'll get that.
Yeah, free login
Nice.
campaign.
Oh.
man.
For the
That's
for
cool.
all the
I'll unsub in
content?
24.
No,
and I will just
for whatever
not
you have
pay.
bought. For whatever you have
Ah.
bought. So if you
Oh,
bought
free sub hours.
yes,
Yeah,
free
sub
sub
hours.
hours. Free sub hours.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll get on it.
And if you guys aren't on FF14 yet, first
Mm-hmm.
of all, what are you doing? Second,
No, that's Tekken 7.
Yeah, that's like a
oh shit, yeah, Tasty Steve said that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I love
so
that clip.
what do you call it? It's a really funny clip. I love how Harada like gets
Yeah.
up in his
Dude,
face.
I
and,
love
like,
how he
singing.
actually knocked down Rip from that.
Yeah,
he did.
Shakes.
Jesus
did.
Christ.
I like how Markman is just in the
Markman
background.
has
He
to
puts the
fix
seat.
the chair.
He was videoing them right before.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't on FF14 and don't have an old account, an old subscription, whatever, and you can't avail of these free 120 hours,
Yep.
I recommend
Yep.
Shadowbringers and the complete edition of Final Fantasy 14 because
It's on sale.
because of the Game Awards, because they were like voted as something.
Oh, really?
I don't-
They
Best
won?
MMO.
Were they?
Did they won?
I
Or
don't know if
nominated.
They won. They were nominated or something.
Okay. What best ongoing game is?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Rainbow
most
Six?
likely. They always win the.
Rainbow Six?
No.
All I know is that FF14 got 3 nominations at the Game Awards, and because of that, they are celebrating with a 50% off sale for the complete edition of Final Fantasy 14. Or if you just need Shadowbringers, that too.
Cool.
So
I'd buy it
So
again for the Mac.
So if you're already on Shadowbringers, 120 hours free login campaign, and if you're not, it's 50% off right now. I don't know till when, so get on it. If you want to get on it, now's the perfect time.
Nice.
And I guess I would have to say that I would wreck it.
No. Pray tell.
Pray tell,
You would wreck
return
it.
to the waking sands.
No, pray tell you wreck it.
Pray tell you wreck it and return to the wrecking sands.
To the capital of Thailand.
Where the wild wreck blooms.
And
FF14
in the
references.
hills and the antelopes play.
Space.
All right. Okay, so this is gonna be our last.
Our last episode
No.
ever
Don't say that.
for the year.
for the year.
For the year.
Last episode ever for the
Last
year.
potential episode.
No.
You might do something next week.
Last episode where all four of us will be
Yeah.
in the room for the year of 2019.
Everyone's gonna go out.
Yeah, by the time I get back from Japan, all you boys are gone.
We're
Yeah.
basically like the Dragon Balls. We'll go to the sky and scatter.
Yeah.
But we got some plans for some Patreon exclusive content.
Okay.
So
Always.
me and Migs have been throwing out some plans. Oh, no, big silence here. Or
XSplit?
maybe
Why do I have that? Oh, for
or
XSplit.
maybe
Cool.
No, I've been using that XSplit.
Anyway, let's go.
good input.
go.
A bookmark we cannot see. Emile might be doing that solo cast for Watchmen if you catch it. Also, but yes, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our loyal listeners and patrons for just as an end
yeah.
of the year thing.
I mean, you guys been supporting us for almost a year.
Migs,
Yeah.
cue the Christmas music.
Done.
No, it's post. Yeah,
It's
post.
happening.
It's happening already. It's so Christmassy.
What Christmas song is that?
Oh, sorry. Be your hero, baby.
Oh my god. Sure. I mean,
Christmas is whatever you make it.
You're making Migs' edit a lot harder.
Stand by.
Go get into the program.
Give it the program, Raffy.
You can take my breath away. Thank you, Carlo Licodine. Thank you, Kenneth Yu. Thank you, Kevin Bose. Cherry Bose. Art Ventur and my wife. Fruitcake. Best fruitcake of all time. Denise Aquino. And Charlie from Contemplate.
Yeah.
Also, Jern. Who else listens?
Kenneth.
Following the.
We've done Kenneth.
Wrong. Is wrong listening?
Wrong.
I
Wrong's
guess.
been there. He's always up there. He's always. He's like, yo, I'm in the Philippines. What?
Archer.
That's Archer's
Hello,
there.
Archer.
He listens. Hello.
Her.
Yeah, she.
She listens. My bad. I was pertaining to a different Archer,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
but that Archer, yes, is
Yes,
also
yes,
listening.
Okay.
Archer, I'm so sorry.
I'm
He's the
so
one that
sorry.
sees you every week.
Yeah.
Evasion
I am-
100.
Them.
Yeah. All the archers in the world.
Right.
I'm a big fan of
Archery.
Fate,
I'm a
Stay
big-
Night.
I'm a big fan
Oh,
of
okay.
Matt Fraction.
Mad Fraction.
You still have that comic, actually.
I do have it.
And everyone else who's been listening all this time, we thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in every
What a
week.
wonderful 2019.
I love you all. I will hug you in person if I do. Except you, Art Ventura. I hate you guys.
What is this?
I'm just kidding.
It's me, Art.
Oh, Ventura.
What? Raffy
Alright.
refuses to hug me. Why?
Why,
mummy,
no.
why?
Oh, we are so showy with the emotions.
mummy? Why?
Curious.
Why? But the Queen knows that. Why? God hug the Queen.
What a perfect, what a perfect Art Venturan impression.
Yeah.
It's like he's here in the room.
Why are there two Art Vendors? But yes. Okay, so I also want to plug our socials for more episodes of Good Trades and updates on everything and anything we do.
Yeah.
We have our Facebook page, facebook.com/GoodTradesBrigade. We also have a Facebook group.
Yep,
Facebook,
that's important.
It's Good
Come-
Trades Brigade Group, I think is
Yeah,
the name.
come join the group. What the hell's doing? What are you?
It's fidgeting with his spinner.
Also, we have a Twitter
A twatter?
at GT Brigade.
That's
so
true, that's
you
true.
follow us.
All them good tweets.
Yeah,
Good tweets
some
brigade.
Good tweets.
Oh, damn.
Rare good
We can try it.
We can try to get it.
Try
No,
to steal it.
at the very
What?
least, the
Good
nickname.
tweets brigade.
Good tweets
Yeah,
brigade.
check if that's been taken.
Let's
Okay,
let's
okay.
see.
We'll
Don't
do
don't
that.
take it, Art. God damn it.
Archer, I know you wanna get it. You wanna snipe us with
Oh,
the
you're
archery?
too late. It's mine, Gov.
Art, why are you here?
Whoa! Thank you for the baits.
Thank you for the
Shots,
bits. I
shots,
really
shots.
appreciate it. Hey, chat. What are you doing right now, chat?
Short.
We also have an IG
Okay.
at Good Trades Podcast where we usually post skits and behind the
stuff.
We're a bit behind on
Man,
that.
really,
we
man.
haven't produced a lot.
We'll be much better in 2020.
I know this
I
is
promise
something
it.
good. This is
I
something
promise it.
better. This is something
Yes.
big. Miggy, we have a YouTube.
Oh,
Oh,
dang!
yes.
What is it?
YouTube.com/C/Good Trades Brigade.
What
Okay.
does C stand for?
Creator or channel, I don't know.
Oh, man.
Okay. Any of those. I'd prefer cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about crouton?
Sure, I like croutons.
Send all your croutons via email. Well,
That's the backup, it's fine.
Yeah.
great. You can also send all your croutons via email at goodtradesbrigade@gmail.com.
Yep.
We're the
Don't-
first crouton online receiving system.
Don't send
Yeah,
those
yeah,
croutons to Art.
We got salads ready.
Yeah, little known secret. The B in Good Trades Brigade stands for crouton.
It stands for the capital of Thailand, Emile.
No, no, it does not.
I need to know this episode.
Yeah. So, Raffy, if you want to know that episode, you can actually listen to the past episodes of Good Trades at Anchor, Breaker, iTunes, Spotify.
Oh, iTunes doesn't exist.
Oh,
it's now
it's
Apple
Apple
Podcasts.
Podcasts. Yeah, of course.
Right. I prefer LimeWire, to be honest.
Or I don't know,
Huzzah!
Winamp.
Engage.
Winamp has podcasts?
Are we on Engage?
Engage, yeah. Right next to Splinter Cell.
And
Oh,
Tomb
no.
Raider.
the one game
Aw.
that people know.
I guess that's a good trade.
That's
That
pretty
does
much
sound like
trade.
a good trade. So, boys,
I guess.
what's our new catchphrase?
Stay
Is it
raunchy?
new?
No, I don't
Catchphrase?
like the new catchphrase.
Why?
I don't like
Thailand.
I don't like the new catchphrase.
What if we change catchphrases every year?
Yeah.
What's it gonna be for 2020?
Stay raunchy.
Well,
I mean, you like that.
that was
You like
one-sided.
that, do you, Art? You
Do you like that,
you
chat?
raunchy boy.
Do you like that
Raunchy.
word?
Okay, keep it raunchy.
You submitted so fast. Do you even know what the word raunchy means, Raffy?
Yes.
Keep it going, guys.
It was in my favorite fairy tale when Goldilocks was like,
Oh my
this,
god.
Oh no!
this porridge is too raunchy.
Oh no!
This porridge is
No,
just
we
right.
should- we
I
should
don't
cut
know
it
what
out.
Goldilocks version is.
So
This
people-
porridge isn't raunchy at all.
This porridge tastes like spearmint.
This porridge has just the right amount of raunch in it. I love raunch dressing.
There's a dildo in the porridge.
It's just a dildo in the porridge.
Oh well, I guess we are gonna see you guys next year. Till then, keep it going.
Keep it going.
Don't get caught.
One, you keep it going to 2020.
2020.
Good.
This is what a banana sounds like waving in the air.
Sounds like recording.
You have a little remote.
Can we use that? The Drool of the Fats song? No?
It's licensed music.
Drool of the Fats?
Fates or
No,
facts?
Drool of the Fats.
It's Game Grumps music.
You're right.
You want to get
Let's make our own.
It's not Game Grumps music, it's Oni G.
what?
Duel of the
Ego
farts.
Raptor.
Duel of the farts.
You. Try to maintain that. See?
No, get to the hard part.
Yeah.
Flyers.
It's hard.
Are you trying to sing a Christmas song, I mean?
No. I'm trying to do it.
Nope. Well, we've done fart jokes on Good Trades.
You know,
That's something.
Wait.
You know,
We have to do
Sync.
Sync test and silence test.
Sinclencio.
Why are we silencing muna before?
I don't know. I thought Emile was gonna clap.
I thought he was
Alright,
gonna
sige,
clap
silence.
also.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Our brains have synced up.
Yeah.